tuned in to the AEW review on a Wednesday night, baby! You want a piece of this? Hit that like button and stick the thumb so far up my rectum, Adam Page's mother feels it. It's Sting! Sting is here! Good God Almighty, it's Sting! Welcome to the show you've all been waiting for. You've all been watching AEW. There's a bunch of stuff to talk about here tonight as far as AEW is concerned. No doubt about it. And then some. And also tonight, it's the battle of the Super Chat versus the regular donation. Who's going to win? The Super Chat or the regular donations? I don't know. But so far, Super Chat is winning as the regular donations is faltering far behind. We'll find out. The two of them are racing. Look at them racing. Look at this. They're racing. Who's going to win? The regular Super Chats or the regular donations or the Super Chats? I don't know. But right now it's the Super Chats who are ahead. We'll find out more about that later. Hey, it's shaping up to be a pretty decent double or nothing in my opinion. There could be some things to critique here or there tonight, but for the most part, you know, well, we'll talk about it either way, you know. I get it. There's some complaints, some grievances, but there's also some awesomeness going on in AEW. We'll talk about all of it. We're going to put the poll out in a second. Pinned to the top of the chat is the dono link if you need that, but we're going to put the poll out. Let me get the poll going, actually. I probably should have already had it out, but I was doing a bunch of things at once. All right, there's the poll. It's popping up any minute now for you. Man, thank you guys for being here. I'm feeling weird tonight. Is anybody else feeling weird? I don't know why, but I get this... Sometimes I get this way, you know, after I eat kitty litter. I don't know what it is, but every once in a while I'm like, yo, let me eat some kitty litter. And I sniff the kitty litter box, and I'm like, yeah. And I get that toxoplasmosis. Like, I get every version of it. There's, like, several different types of it. I get the one that turns my brain into liquid mush. I'll tell you one thing, man. I don't know what it is about Thunder Rosa and Deeb, but they just can't get that. They can't get that story rolling the right way. I don't know what's wrong. I'm curious to hear what everybody else has to say about that. But to me, man, I don't know what it is, but Deeb and Rosa just can't get that to go. They're great in the ring. I love them in the ring, but for whatever reason, they can't get this story or whatever you want to call it off the ground, man. They can't get the plane off the ground, bro. The wheels are frozen. We're going to talk about the Joker tonight as well. Of course, spoiler, I was yelled at earlier because apparently I guess it was quite a bit of a spoiler to talk about who the Joker was tonight or whatever. We found out who one of them is, right? And so now we don't know who the woman one is. I've always thought it was Athena from the second we talked about this, so it's always been Athena to me. So I never thought I would be not, you know, I always knew what was going on. I really didn't even know there was a Joker thing tonight. I didn't even really understand what that was. Like, I just thought, like, oh, Johnny Mundo showed up in AEW. I didn't even realize that there was this whole... And why would you give that away, by the way? I don't understand that. Why are they... Maybe I'm missing something, and somebody will tell me tonight about how I'm wrong. These are the times where I miss Jake, because... And maybe one of you guys will end up telling me, but... Why are they... What are we doing? Why do we know who the Jokers are? Why didn't they save that? But so Johnny Mundo is... Johnny Elite. He's now Johnny Elite. So I thought it was going to be Johnny Elite, Johnny Mundo, Johnny Impact, John Morrison, Johnny Drip Drip, and then I thought on top of that we would get Athena. But maybe it will be Gargano. I don't know. I don't get it. CM Punk is an idiot. Shirt makes no sense. I got to look at the shirt. Something about abortion. I knew that was going to piss some people off. It said, like, abortion is a human right. Yeah, so I knew people were going to be mad. Canceling a human life is a human right. Damn it. I don't know why, but yet I vote the other way, so it makes no sense. Abort yourself. CM Punk pissed off a lot of people tonight. And he did it in Texas. Yeah, Serena Deeb is a wonderful wrestler, but man, the promos don't work. And her interactions with Rosa have been bad. Let's just be honest. I don't know what it is, man. I love Rosa. I love Deeb. I love these two women. But they have been absolute dog piss on the microphone and in this story line of whatever they're doing, man. It is bad. It is bad, bro. I don't know. When is Jake? I don't think Jake... doesn't seem like Jake is ever going to be coming back, to be honest. Not to get you down, but yeah, he's not doing so well. You know what I mean? Like he's trying to be back for his family, let alone, do a show. He's actually been trying to come on and do a podcast with me. So we've been trying to hook up, but he's just been in the hospital. So, but yeah, it's going to be, you probably eventually are going to get we're going to get something out for you when he has a minute, but it's going to be hard. Gary Batman is back again, baby. Good to see Gary Batman back. But let me stoke up the AEW here real quick. Hold on a second. Let me get it rolling so I can, what the fuck is this, bro? Yo, they put ads on some of these shows now. What the hell is this? So Samoa Joe comes out, and wait a minute. Where are my notes? Fuck this. The video isn't working. Where are my notes? Sometimes I just look at the video and I fast forward to where I want to be so I can see with the notes, but I think I'm just going to go off the notes now because this YouTube TV is taking a piss on itself. Yo! William Regal shoves toothbrushes up his ass like Cronin. See? I know what I'm doing. This is something everybody does. See, I'm not weird. This is something everybody does, guys. So let's not crap on me for
Elite
doing
Wrestling
it anymore.
Dynamite.
All Elite Wrestling Dynamite. So Samoa Joe comes out. The Joker is Johnny Mundo, Johnny Elite. Let's hear this. Let's hear what it sounds like when Johnny Elite comes out. Here, let's judge the crowd noise.
But he will be facing the wild card.
Johnny Drip Drip.
From Los Angeles, California, weighing 209 pounds, Johnny Elite.
And what an ovation, ladies and gentlemen, this talented, athletic young man making his AEW.
And they even gave him the strobe effect. They even gave Johnny Mundo Elite Drip Drip Morrison Impact Jism. They gave him the strobe effect. Beautiful. And it was a nice match. It really was a nice opening match with him and Samoa Joe. I got to be honest. He was dripping tonight. And I mean from the crotch region tonight. From the crotch, Johnny Drip Drip, baby. And so far, we have 140 votes in on what you guys thought of AEW Dynamite tonight. And right now, you guys are giving it a solid good. Solid good. And if you added amazing to that, we'd be at about 65% thumbs up and about a 33% thumbs down, looks like. So overall, good show tonight, but it looks a bit rocky, to be honest, looking at it. I'm talking about Rocky Maivia Rocky. Anyway, let's go over to the donations and see what you guys are saying and see if we can hear what you guys are wanting to get to here. People thought it was Gargano. Yeah, I know. I think he's the he'll be doing something, obviously, it seems like, but that's pretty funny, bro. But I think we thought that I thought the female is going to be the Joker. Why? So wait a minute. Is the female the woman? Wow, the female. It sounds so creepy. Is the woman Joker gonna be like exposed like on Rampage, or is this gonna be? Are they gonna wait for the Double or Nothing? Like, I'm confused at what is going on there. Like, what's happening there? Because I do believe it's Athena, and that's what I've always, that's what I've really been after, is that it's Athena. But I mean, yeah, you could do several different things. And we'll see what happens. We'll see who it's going to be. Tonight, someone's going to take home this JCS Digital Championship, and we'll find out who that's going to be. But right now, let's go to the donations. Oh,
you
shit.
all have decided to take your hard-earned money and to fund my show, to fund what I do.
Oh, my God.
To fund what I believe in, to fund my godly ass. JCS Army,
Alex Oli.
donate to me.
Alex Oli has acknowledged me.
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me.
Is tonight let's bring in the Japanese nobodies night. I mean, my god, Okada, Tanahashi, and Ospreay are touring for NJPW in America now. Bring them in now before they got to go back to Japan for their PPV.
That is sick. And tonight, by the way, I got to talk about that guy that was here tonight because he put on a hell of a match. Alex Oli, thank you for the $10. What's up, Gav? That looks awesome, bro. Let me see. Are you bringing that into school? Gavin is showing me his homework assignment while we're here. Wow, that's way bigger than I thought. Didn't you show me a picture of it earlier? That's awesome. That's like really good. Is he wearing it looks like he was wearing a top hat because the way that one of the rectangles is facing. Hold on a second. Let me see. Let me take a picture of it. Actually, can you take a picture of it and send it to me? Yeah. I'll send it to Grammy. She'll love it. All right. Good night, buddy. Good job, Gav. Gavin's on his way to the honor roll here. So it's looking like A's. It's looking like all A's. Oh man. What up, everybody? All right, I'm back. Sorry, I blanked out there. What was that last donation? Because I was looking at my son's picture. Let's see. It was from Alex Oli, and Alex Oli said, "Yeah, Japanese bringing the nobodies. I mean, God Okada, Ospreay touring in Japan, America." I mean, well, okay, but I don't mind that. I don't mind bringing in the Japanese wrestlers as long as they're in a good spot and the matches make sense. But Tanahashi, Ospreay are touring for New Japan and America now. Bring them in now before they go back. But who's the guy who just left? Who's leaving? Who is it? Ibushi? Is it Ibushi who called out New Japan recently? Like, he flipped out. He was like, he's done with New Japan. So wouldn't you want to go get Ibushi? Or maybe is AEW worried about bringing in whoever that is? Was it Ibushi? Somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Ibushi, right? Because Ibushi was like exposing New Japan and flipping out. It was so crazy that I almost thought it was a storyline of some kind. I'm like, dude, is this like, what the hell is going on? But then the way the stuff he was saying and leaking out there, like, I was like, oh, maybe this is, I don't know, bro. It's almost like the Sasha Banks situation. But it's Oh, was it Kushida? I don't even remember. Fucking don't remember anymore. Very underwhelming Jokers, in my opinion. Yeah, but what I don't understand is why are they telling you who the Jokers are? You know? Ibushi, yeah. So Kota Ibushi does all this stuff, but if AEW has a relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling, is AEW now worried about bringing in Ibushi? Because and New Japan might be like, if you bring him in, we're done. Or please don't bring him in. Those type of things. Is that what's going on? What did George Bush say? What is this? Speaking in Dallas this afternoon, former President George Bush made a significant verbal slip-up while discussing the war in Ukraine. He tried referencing what he described as the wholly unjustified and brutal invasion, but said Iraq instead of Ukraine. Well, at least George Bush is finally admitting that it was an unjustified illegal war going to Iraq. This has nothing to do with wrestling, but it's funny as fuck.
Russian elections are rigged. Political opponents are in prison.
I guess it couldn't happen here. If it's rigged in Russia, that could never happen here, right?
They're otherwise eliminated from participating in the electoral process. The result is an absence of checks and balances.
Oh my God, he looks just like his dad when his dad was president.
In Russia, and the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of of Ukraine.
Oh my God. I'm gonna die. Oh my God, bro, what the hell? Thank you for sending this to me. I'm gonna pass out.
To launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of of Ukraine.
Oh my God, it's his reaction that's funny. He's like, oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, dude, I'm gonna die. He like, Leah, wake up. Oh my God.
And brutal invasion of of Ukraine. Iraq, too. Anyway. 75.
Well, then explain why you did this shit when you were 45. Like, you know? Is he 75? Is he really 75? I thought he was 45 when he was president. Was he 55? Anyway, we got to move on back to wrestling, but that was just too funny. No, he's not. He's 75. Wow. What? Okay, he is 75. So 65. He was like 57 when he invaded Iraq. Wow, okay, all right. Oh my God, he ratted on himself. He didn't need to rat on himself. We all know. You know what I mean? We all know the deal. CM Punk sucks.
Just like how I like my sports, can they please keep their political bullshit out of wrestling? CM Punk is officially fucking annoying now.
Well, that's his whole thing, is to prod you and piss you off with his stuff. I mean, I got to be honest. See, I do the same stuff CM Punk does. I just do it the other way. I like to poke and prod the mainstream liars. You know what I mean? So I can't really crap on Punk because I do similar things. By the way, take a look at the Super Chat versus regular donations poll, or whatever the goals. We're getting really close right now. Right now, the Super Chats are trailing, to be honest. Oh, they're catching up, though. Super Chats are catching up. Who's going to win the battle of the regular Super Chat donations or the regular link above in the chat Streamlabs donations? Who knows? But there they are, racing head-to-head in a hilarious battle of wit. What? I don't know what I'm talking about. Look at this. It's funny to watch. Look at them racing. I've never seen two dono goals before, so like let them race each other. You know, let them race. They finally added a super chat one, so they're racing, guys. Look at them above. They're racing. Adam Hangman Page, CM Punk, is it underwhelming to you guys? Some people have mentioned that they feel this is underwhelming. It's not good enough. I think it's fine, but I really did like the match tonight. I thought that was really well done. First of all, Samoa Joe opening the night with Johnny Elite was a good match to start the show off. And, even the interruption that happened was all right, and that was the best reaction for those guys I've seen. And it was much better that it was placed at the beginning of the show for the Ring of Honor guys at the beginning of the show rather than in the main event of the show. And I would have said maybe, whatever. Either way, it was a good opening. The first 15 minutes of the show were decent opening. And then after that, out comes CM Punk. Out comes CM Punk in Texas with abortion rights T-shirt. I think CM Punk is trying to get people to boo him. I don't know, but I'm guessing. You know what I mean? I don't know. In Texas, maybe they were in Austin, Texas, so everybody liked it. I don't really care. As long, they're not mentioning it on the air about like political stuff, so that doesn't bother me. You can wear whatever shirts you want. Listen, make people think and antagonize people. I certainly don't have a problem with that. So that doesn't bother me. I'm not gonna not like a guy based on whatever. Even if the shirt said, torture babies with dicks, you know what I mean? I'm sure most of us are just fine. We're not going to say anything. It's all good. You know what I mean? He could wear a shirt that says cut pussies off people who are sleeping. I'm not going to get upset about that. He could wear a shirt that said, there's only one right hole. He could wear a shirt like that. But Takeshita tonight, man. Was that his name? Was that Takeshita? Dude, that guy was great. This match was great. I really, really, really enjoyed this, man. They had really some good chemistry. I thought I was going to just sleep through this thing and I was going to be like, yeah, whatever. But I got to be honest, man. They did enough that I was interested in, because it should be an overlooked match, right? This should be a match that we just kind of overlook and whatever. Yeah, whatever. We need to get to CM Punk versus Adam Hangman Page, but Adam Hangman Page, for some reason, the champion, has to wrestle a match before Double or Nothing, and whatever else. Stupid. But honestly, the match was take a shitta. Takey a shitta. I was fine with it. I think they entertained me enough that I was like, that was nice. So, unsuspecting to me, I didn't realize that was going to happen. And I enjoyed it. I got to be honest.
You donated
Whoa!
$50.
Shit!
I'm gonna take my dick out
There's
because you
the big one.
donated $50. You donated $50, motherfucker boy. I'm a rich motherfucker.
Boom.
And with an amazing first hour, then the second hour slowly fell off. 8/10 Johnny Elite should have been called Johnny Dynamite instead. Maki Itoh as the Joker made me mute the entire match. That was so bad. Omega should stop booking the women's division.
Yeah, Soundwave 92, thank you, man. Oh my God, bro. $50. Yeah, Maki Face was the Jokette Joker. Soundwave 92 dropping $50. I thought it was going to be Athena. I don't know what the point of that was. I guess I don't get it. So maybe there's going to be more surprises at Double or Nothing or no? Like, why would you do that? I guess I don't really understand that. It was I don't know, to get, hype for Dynamite, I suppose. Man, Soundwave 92, thank you so much, bro. In a world where some people don't drop $1, Soundwave 92 drops 50 of them. That's straight up crazy. Johnny Backlash. Well, there was some lashes tonight, but they were on Wardlow's ass. So Adam Hangman Page has a wonderful, just a great match, man. Dude, there are some moments in this that I enjoyed. And some of this, obviously, I was like, isn't always my style. Some of the New Japan-y style stuff. But this match was entertaining to me. I had a good time watching it. It entertained me. It was fun and exciting. It didn't need to be. It shouldn't. I don't even know why Adam Page is having a match like this before defending against CM Punk. It makes no goddamn sense whatsoever. But either way, it entertained me and it was good. And that's all that really mattered to me. And then Keith Lee and Swerve came out and did okay. Then they cut a okay promo. And then they really set up the tag belts well, I thought. So, everything was all right. And the tag belts were set up fine. So that was good. So at this point, we're kind of on a roll in a way. We've got a solid core going. The weakest point was the tag stuff, I think. But it was still good, so nothing was weak, really. And then, man, after all this that has been going on, we get the man who's about to take a lash. Wardlow. Out comes Wardlow. From the outside of the arena, the door opens, and the chants of Wardlow explode
Just
from
days
inside the
away
arena.
From a date with MJF at Double or Nothing, if he can survive these obstacles.
He's got to be lashed 10 times. Man, this is one of the best storylines of the last 2 years anywhere. Wardlow, MJF are absolutely on fire, and it's freaking nice to see. So at this point, the show is pretty good, right? And we're into 53 minutes in, and Wardlow's standing in the middle of the ring, and he's getting lashed by MJF, but he's no-selling the shit out of it. Wardlow's no-selling it.
Oh, Lord. This composure.
This was amazing.
Wardlow didn't even flinch. And look at that.
That was a makeup artist didn't run out here and put those welts on his back.
But MJF.
Anytime Adam Cole wants to do some chin-ups or lift a couple of weights to make those shoulders grow would be great. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Turning control of the belt over. Look how angry he is. To Shawn Spears, the giant killer.
He's a southpaw.
That's 8, says Bryce.
This shit was awesome with MJF screaming in his face and they're lashing the hell out of him. I love it, dude. Then MJF goes, all right, here's your 10th lash, and kicks him in the balls, bro. Listen to this, the crowd.
Tita's center, awaiting the final lash of a...
For crying out loud.
Now look at this.
Dude, this is great stuff. This is amazing shit. The only thing that didn't happen that should have happened maybe is they should have busted him open. But they did everything else to him. They beat the shit out of him. And at this point, that completes right there. That completes the first hour of this show. And I would say the first hour of this show was an 8 out of 10. It was a solid, beautiful, nice 8 out of 10 first hour for AEW Dynamite tonight. And speaking of AEW Dynamite tonight, Soundwave 92 might be the JCS Digital Champion of the night because he dropped $50, which is the largest donation we've had tonight on the show. I don't have commercials. All I have is you guys. So thank you to Soundwave, man. Boom. $50, man. He's the top dono right now, JCS Digital Champion. Let's see what some of the other people are saying out there. Shit bum. Shit bum.
Male Joker was Johnny Elite. Female Joker was Maki Itoh versus Britt.
And, I'm not a big fan of Maki Itoh. We've been over this before. Haven't been a big fan of her. DWELSH becoming a $5 shit bum. I really wanted it. I really thought it was going to be Athena. And shocked. I didn't even think we'd see Johnny Mundo, Johnny Elite, Johnny Impact, Johnny Drip Drip tonight, but we did. So, DWELSH, thanks for the $5, man. You can see there's a race between Super Chats and regular donos up above. They are racing against time. Soundwave contributing a huge chunk to that earlier. Thank you, DWELSH, for becoming a $5 ship bum. Hey, man, thank you guys to everybody who tuned into my stream in the middle of the day today. Earlier today in the afternoon, I did my first car Q&A in 9 months. And it was great, man. I had a fun time this afternoon, man, to take a break and be on the phone. It was crazy. I didn't even get to... I'm sorry, I missed a lot of questions you guys had in the chat. I got to a lot of them, but then there was a lot of donos. Like, it was crazy. So thank you guys. That was fun. That was interesting. And then my kids were getting home, which I expected to be off the air before that, but no, I was having a good time there. Let's see what this is.
Go woke, go broke. It won't last with that kind of bullshit. WWE pisses me off a lot, but they don't do shit like that. Not surprised at all at why WWE didn't want to run with him as the top guy like they did with Cena.
Well, it's because a lot of people, it feels like a lot of people are a problem. A lot of people have their own opinions and very strong opinions over everybody else. And I think that that's a major issue for WWE at this point, it sounds like. And we are seeing it from some people. But the individualism of some people is what also makes them amazing and great, and what can make a superstar like The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin. And so if they're not allowed to be that, it's kind of like that double-edged sword or whatever you want to say. I don't know. It's one of those things where if you limit people's creativity and abilities and opinions, you might be limiting, the growth of your next superstar. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't want to silence anybody, even if I don't agree with it. I don't want to silence anybody. And so, man, I'm dying on that George Bush thing. That is killing me. I can't wait to send that to Leah. That is way too funny. But yeah, a lot of people are going broke because they're getting a little too wokey. You know what I mean? Listen, be progressive, be positive, look to advance us all as society. Go for it. I like that part. But don't be woke. Yeah. And what woke is, to me, woke is when like you're shoving it down people's throats. You're shoving your ideas and ideals down people's throats. But being progressive is different. I feel like that's an inclusion thing. Like you're trying to include everybody and also sort of, push the envelope progressively forward in a good way. While making sure everybody's on board with what maybe we want to do or whatever. But the woke thing is when you're sort of force feeding your idea over other people. That's why to me that's what it means. It's not necessarily what it really means to everybody, but to me that's what it means. That's the difference between being somebody who's an open-minded progressive person versus a woke person. That's just my idea, but I have no fucking idea. So whatever. It didn't really bother me. They didn't like go on the air and say, "Hey, CM Punk, great shirt," blah 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 blah. I don't think you need to be bothered by it that much. But I do understand many of you. If you think that, if you believe that's murdering a life, a baby or murdering life, I can see why people are angry. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? I kind of get it. But it wasn't, and maybe, I don't know. I just don't get offended by much. Him wearing a shirt doesn't bother me. It was kind of funny. I thought it was like, I was like, wow, in Texas, he's really trying to, whatever. But that's just classic him, So, but it doesn't, I don't know. I guess I don't get offended by his stuff. You know what I mean? But I can see how some people would be turned off by it. So, it's not going to do anybody favors. Oh, he did say that? Excalibur did say that? Wow. Well, I don't know, man. They're going to... People don't want politics in their wrestling. People don't want me to talk about politics. Some people do, but most people don't. People don't want politics in their wrestling. We want to escape that. We want to get out of that echo chamber of politics. We want to watch wrestling. So there's a lot of people who are going to be mad. Either way, I don't care what his shirt says. I don't care if the shirt said woman's right to choose, I don't care if the shirt said don't murder babies. Whatever it is, either side, nobody wants to see the politics. They want to see wrestling characters and stories. It's not going to stop me from watching or bother me, but clearly it's bothered some of you guys and some of the wrestling fans out there. So, hey man, if that's what you want to do, go for it, I guess. I don't know, but it's going to make some people upset. I'm sure he knows that. I think he wants to piss you off. I think maybe he'd like you to stop watching. To be honest, CM Punk might want you to stop watching. For all we know.
Speaking of abortions, how about CM Punk's MMA career?
Speaking of abortions, how about CM Punk's MMA career? How about his ear? Well, CM Punk's already been paid, so he don't give a shit. He's like, hey, I got paid. Fuck it if I chase away fans now. Imagine that if CM Punk brings in negative fans. Imagine if in a couple of months they were down to 700,000 watching Dynamite. CM Punk would have actually contributed to negative fans. But no, man, I don't know. I don't think it's that. It's not worth talking about for more than 2 seconds, to be honest. Whatever.
WTF is wrong with this company? They start good with Johnny and Joe, then it's take Hangman Forever to beat Takeshita, then we get good with MJF.
Yeah, this is a problem that I've been saying, you know what I mean? Why does this company, and Ace Productions, Ace, thank you for these super chats, man. What up, Ace Productions? Why is the champion wrestling anybody anyway before CM Punk? So that's the first question I have. The second question is, why do these matches always have to go the insane distance? You know what I mean? This guy should beat, but whatever. It's to make everyone looks like a superhero, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I've got a little bit of an issue there if you want to nitpick. But the first hour was really good. I thought the first hour of AEW was an 8 out of 10. And then we get the match with, not Bobby Fish, the other guy, Kyle O'Reilly versus, oh my God, bro. I keep wanting to say Penta. What the hell's wrong with me? Jesus. Ray Phoenix. There we go. Jesus, just popped into my head. I couldn't think of Ray Phoenix's name. Love the guy. These two guys are great. They had some good little moments, but I believe the match was too short and cut by a commercial to really get into a groove for me. I don't know. They started the match really quickly. It went to a commercial. By the time it comes back to a commercial, there's we missed about 3 minutes of the match almost. And it was a good match, good moments, and we saw, what do we see? What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. 6. So we got 6 minutes. We got 7 to 8 minutes of on-screen action. 7 to 8 minutes of on-screen action between these guys. And 3 or 4 minutes of it was TV time. Really nice counters and things like that. The counter was great by Kyle O'Reilly. I'm trying to look at it right now because it was he jumped up to grab the arm, I think it was. Phoenix with a great suicide dive to the outside. Then he came off the top rope. He got caught. But then where's the moment where then they went to another commercial. That's what it was. They went to that commercial there. Where's the finish though? Hold on, I want the finish because the finish was pretty good. I want to see it again though. Yeah, here it was. He popped up for the cutter maybe or whatever it was going to be, and then Kyle O'Reilly grabbed the arm and then cinched it in. And I enjoyed that ending. So pretty solid match there for the most part. I gave that like a 7 out of 10. A lot of commercial interruptions. Jericho comes out. They have this big promo, man. This promo felt like it went on forever with William Regal and them, and that was all right, but it was a little bit of no man's land at times. Then the Joker, we find out is oh my God, I fucking can't stand this lady.
Would love to get her hands on Toni Storm, but
here comes the Joker.
well, it is Dr. Britt Baker, DMD's former tag team partner, Maki Itoh, coming in as the Joker.
So then Maki Itoh comes out as the Joker. It just doesn't play well for me. Doesn't play well on TV, really. It would if she was a heel, maybe, but it doesn't play well as a fan favorite. I don't know why, but it's never good. Maki Itoh, I'm just shocked that this was the case. I mean, did somebody else get COVID or something? I was like, what? She seems like a sweet, fun person. We've said this in the past, but it was just weird. I was surprised by it. It works on the YouTube or the Twitter videos, when she does it in New Japan. I find her fun on the social media stuff sometimes where she does something good and it's on there. But she kind of comes across as like a whacked out, Pippi Longstocking type. But in the ring, she just doesn't look like she can beat anybody. To me, it doesn't look like she can really beat anybody. Like, she doesn't look like she can beat Britt Baker. She doesn't look like she could beat most people. Like, certainly, I think Sheeta would beat her. I don't think she could beat Sheeta. I look at Maki Itoh and I just think, I don't believe her as a wrestler. Like, I see her as a sideshow thing, and like, I get that, but I don't believe that she could beat somebody. And then the intro thing, the entrance just doesn't work for whatever reason. It's goofy. And it was really all just a setup. Then Toni Storm comes out to Britt Baker,
Britt Baker, DMD have a date in the semifinals.
How great does Toni Storm look?
Relax, JR, okay?
Turning look.
Why can't somebody say that? That would have been hilarious.
Toni Storm defeated Jamie Hayter. Toni Storm, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD have a date in the semifinals.
How great does Toni Storm look?
Relax, JR. You gonna be okay?
Toni Storm defeated.
Let's keep, you know what I mean? But it would have been funny if someone said that. Like, so I wish Excalibur said that. Like, relax, JR. Or, hey, settle down. Or, oh, I don't know, man. I wish to God there was like a heel guy there to get involved in that. And then in a minute, we're gonna go over this just complete awkwardness. The gift that keeps on giving, Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa, with their just, I don't know why, but atrocious story and interactions. Two wonderful wrestlers in the ring that I would certainly pay money to see. But man, I certainly wouldn't pay to see them cut promos on each other. I will say that. Good Lord. Ace Productions.
In WTH these wrestlers can't throw punches. Then the Joker is Maki Itoh. I turned off my TV after that, and then we get Small Cole versus Jeff.
Yeah, most of the wrestlers can't throw punches, and she certainly can.
Small Cole versus Jeff Hardy for 6 minutes. Sting walks 'cause he can't run, gets hit with a chair, doesn't hurt. 2 super kicks to the shoulder. He's done. SMH man.
It was an awful ending. I really did not like Dynamite's second hour.
AEW that started in 20 as we head to Double or Nothing, which is a...
The second hour was bad. I mean, at this point, we've seen nothing really. Britt Baker versus a moron. An interview that was bad. A weird long interview segment that was all right with Jericho and everybody, but not the best. What else? Ray Phoenix. So I'd probably give the second hour a 5 out of 10. I would say the second hour of AEW Dynamite was a 5 out of 10, and the first hour was an 8.5 out of 10, or maybe an 8 out of 10. So, I mean, I'll probably give this show a 7 tonight because the first hour was so good, solid, really solid, good first hour, and then the second hour just took a nosedive in quality and whatever. But let's listen to a little bit of Serena Deeb here.
I'm so sick of hearing you talk.
I'm sick of everyone shitting on Tony Schiavone. It's so weird. It has no merit anymore. It doesn't, and Tony, cut the shit. Everybody, and Britt Baker and Tony and everybody and Tony. Why is Tony this weird fixation in AEW all the time? Why is there this fixation with Tony Schiavone, the ring announcer guy, or the commentator? What the fuck? Is there something I don't know about? Does he molest people in the back? And I don't know.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You don't think I heard what you said last week? I heard what you said. You said that I couldn't beat Thunder Rosa at Double or Nothing.
Well, I predicted that Thunder Rosa would win the match. You obviously can beat her.
Oh, yeah? That's not what you said. So congratulations, Tony.
I like this part so far. They're getting Thunder Rosa cheered for. That's great. That's perfect. That's what we want, right? Love Thunder Rosa. Love Serena Deeb. They had a terrible promo a few weeks ago. It was real bad. So here we go.
Congratulations, Schiavone. After all your years in the business and all of your experience, in one short interview, you made yourself a complete idiot. Speaking of idiots.
Like this so far. I like this so far.
There were other people that had a few words to say last week. In fact, I think Dustin Rhodes had a lot to say last week. So, Dustin, I know you're right there in the back.
Is this the AEW trying to get on the train of, putting men in their place? Is that what this is? Is this the new Thor movie?
And I'd love to invite you to come out to the ring and... Oh, great. Perfect.
Natural Dustin Rhodes.
Just the man I've been waiting for.
That was weird, but I like. Okay.
Yeah, Texas, of course you would cheer. Yeah, all your sports teams, they're all failures. Of course you would cheer.
What? That was pretty good.
Of course you would cheer the poster boy of failure. Hey, listen.
Why couldn't she speak there? I don't get it.
I heard what you said last week, too. You're just as much of an idiot as him. In fact, Jim Ross might be the only one with any brains around here. That cute little video of you and your little teacher's pet, Thunder Rosa. How adorable. I'm her coach. I'm her mentor.
What do you touch her behind the scenes? Imagine, dude. Oh, man, I wish she said that. How great would that have been? Your little pet, your little, what do you touch yourself at night thinking about her? Is that why you hang around her? You weird old creepy man. Oh my God, dude. Oh, why didn't she say it? Dude, if she had said that, The crowd would have exploded with like, oh, yeah, teacher's pet. Yeah, I'm sure you really like Thunder Rosa. You just care about her so much, don't you? Yeah, you probably only hang around with her so you can touch yourself at night. You creepy old man. Oh my God, you're a pervert. Like, that would have been, oh God, why didn't she go there? That would have been great. That crowd, right? Because the crowd's kind of like into it a little bit, but they're like, eh. But if she said that, they would have been like, oh, like they would have, oh, why, dude? Yeah. When are you going to tell her, Dustin, that the only reason you hang around with her is so you can kind of wrestle with her in the ring a little bit and whatever else that you men do all the time and get away with it, right? You brush up against her in the ring. Don't you have a girlfriend? Doesn't she have a husband? But yet, I know what you're thinking all the time around her. You're a sick person and a scumbag, and it probably runs in the family, doesn't it? Oh, my God. Why didn't she say that?
Dustin, I respected you. I know what you had to do to persevere in this business, and you know what I had to do. You know all the dues that I had to pay to make this a good place for women today. You know my trials and tribulations. You know how hard it was to be a woman in the business in that era. And I still got no respect.
This is like some kind of big man-shaming thing right out of like Disney or Hollywood. This is Luke, this is Obi-Wan Kenobi. They're going to yell at Obi-Wan and say, you came here to hide, you scumbag. I can't leave the boy. I must watch over him. But you've got to leave to do this and that, and they're out there. I can't, but you can. And then some woman will take over, and, well, Obi-Wan hides. That's what this is. This is like I'm just kidding. I think this is all just happenstance, but it does remind me. This is Star Trek Picard. I'm Captain Picard. Shut up, you old man, you fucking hubris piece of shit, Picard. You're a shithead. I have made mistakes. That's what this is. It reminds me of that. Yell at the guys. And look at Dustin with his arms crossed. Like a good little boy.
I put breast implants into my body.
Whoa.
Just to satisfy some old perverts.
That's awesome. I'm sorry. I like that. That's great. That's real right there. How can you... Are they whatting that? I don't think they should what that.
I shaved my head just to show how bad I wanted it, and I still got no respect. So tell me face to face.
You know what gets me respect? Beating the shit out of people.
Why did you say that I couldn't beat Thunder Rosa?
I like this, actually.
No answer?
You know what? I missed some of this the first time because I was like doing stuff while listening. I'm starting to like this better the second time around. The second time around, step by step, day by day. Remember that show? Sorry about all this noise. This fucking microphone clip is fucked up. My bad. Hang on. I'll get back to I know there's donations. I'll get back to them in 1 second. By the way, look at that Super Chats. Oh, look who won. Regular donations won over Super Chats. Shit, I didn't even realize that. There's a winner above.
I'm standing right here. No answer? You know why you can't answer me, Dustin? Because you don't have the balls to. And when I beat Thunder Rosa.
But when you're rubbing up against Thunder Rosa, practicing, she knows that too.
And become AEW Women's Champion, you will respect me.
Well, look who's...
That was pretty good. That was all right. That was pretty good. I kind of like that now. I kind of liked it. And then out comes Thunder Rosa looking pissed.
Here, the champ's here.
Yeah, you mentioned her
Oh, and then she slaps Dustin Rhodes.
Serena Deeb.
And here comes... And Rosa went to come in, and then Dustin Rhodes grabbed her.
And Thunder Rosa being restrained by Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, man, and she elbows Dustin, bro. She elbows her friend in the head.
Rosa with the elbow gets free.
And then they just... It looked really bad here because Rosa was like, "Are you okay, Dustin?" And then, was like, "Where's Deeb? Oh, she has the title belt. Oh, I'll look back away again." And then she gets hit in the head. Not too bad, though. It looked worse the first time.
A highly orchestrated assault by Serena Deeb.
A highly orchestrated assault. Was it really a highly orchestrated assault? Maybe it was.
A ton of momentum.
But Rosa elbowed Dustin. And then the main event is Jeff Hardy and Adam Cole, which is like, why? But I like the idea in a way because, like, have we ever seen these two wrestle like this? Maybe I'm forgetting a time or forgetting something. Jeff Hardy's always been kind of a smaller guy, seemingly. But boy, it's funny when you sit him in there with Adam Cole. Jeff Hardy looks like the fucking Ultimate Warrior. You realize that? Bro, what the fuck? This fucking thing. Oh my god, dude. Oh, so many problems. Oh, fuck. So many problems. Oh, man. I just bought this mount, too, and it's fucking retarded. And then, like you said, Sting comes out, walking to the ring. He gets waffled and taken out. I mean, but, anyway, second half, not so good. First half, great. The first half of this show tonight was wonderful. Let's go back to the donos and hear what you guys are saying about it. Mr.
Punk's
Pico.
new shirt available includes free coat hanger.
Yeah, the brand new CM Punk shirt with a coat hanger. That's going to be good. That is going to be good.
You donated $50. I'm going to take my dick out because you donated $50. You donated $50, motherfucker. Boy, I'm a rich motherfucker.
It's DWELSH.
Time to finish the goal.
Oh.
All right, Ghost from the Coast and Drew Bar. Calling you out.
Whoa, he's calling people out, bro. Wednesday night call out from DWELSH, man. D, thank you so much, bro. What the hell? He was here earlier today dropping dough. What the fuck is with this fucking mic, dude? God damn it. Fuck. Dude, what the fuck is going on? Man, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. What up, DWELSH? Dude, why is this doing this? I don't fucking understand how this
Punk brings in AJ Leah's valet named Miscarriage.
Oh my god. Here he is, Miscarriage. Miscarriage is here.
Yo, what up, Joe? Was gonna say, if any of you think there's an actual human life inside a woman only 1 month after she gets pregnant, you just aren't aware of the growth process. Also, isn't it funny that a lot of pro-life PPL are hunters and love to kill animals?
I mean, a lot of what you just said is retarded. Like, I gotta be honest with you, bro. I'm pretty much a liberal, right? And all realistically, I'm pretty much a libertarian liberal, if that makes any sense. And let me explain something to you. What you just said is retarded. There is life inside of a woman. And by the way, here's the crazy thing. I'm pro-choice. But you are terminating life. So you're not correct. You're saying human life. Well, the life that's growing is going to be a human life. It's the beginnings of a human life. It's not a cum shot. It's not a single embryo by itself, or rather an egg. It's an embryo. It's a growing life. So you are ending life. So what you just said I don't agree with. You threw the word human life on it as if it was like a human, like a fully grown human. You are terminating life though. So angry political donator, I don't really agree with that. By the way, 1 month after pregnancy, I mean, you should. That's only 4 weeks. Most people support a abortion before 15 weeks. So 1 to 2 months to 3 months, you can still do it. But like again, that is still a lot. It's still life, right? It is life that you're stopping. So that is happening. Whether you agree with that or don't agree with that, that's the point. You can agree with that or don't agree with that, but it is life that you are stopping. Nobody can disagree with that. You are stopping life from forming, whether you don't like that or you like that. Either way, that's what's happening. That's not argument. That's not an argument. So as long as you're aware, if you're okay with stopping life, then that's okay. That's what you're okay with. Now if someone's saying that you're killing a baby, now you could argue about, what that is. But you are stopping life. So you're kind of acting like there's nothing there. No, you're stopping some life. What does that mean to you? Is that a problem to you or not? If it's not, then you'll be like pro-choice. Also, isn't it funny that a lot of pro-life people are hunters that kill animals? Well, here's the thing. Most of you eat supermarket food where they torture animals. So you're okay with the mass torture of animals and the disgusting habits that chicken fingers come from, but you're just like, oh, I don't care because I'm eating chicken fingers and I didn't kill anything. Well, most of those birds are tortured and slapped and beaten in disgusting situations and living conditions. And you're okay with that? But you have a problem with the guy who might shoot a deer and then like eat it for 6 months in his freezer and serve it to his community? I don't like hunting. I'm not a hunter. I'm fairly liberal. I don't like guns. If you're hunting for a trophy, or you think you're some amazing person because you hunted a deer and you're like, look, I got a deer, look at this. Wow, good job. You hid in a tree and shot the deer. I'm not that impressed, I got to be honest. But it is kind of impressive if you go out and do it. Hunting is a crazy skill and a wonderfully crazy thing and a very difficult thing to do, and a lot of people don't understand it. I would say to you that you don't understand. All life was put on this earth to exist and to be. There's a reason why animals eat animals. There's a reason why they are edible. There's a reason why why everything is edible. Well, why certain things are edible, right? Everything has a meaning in this planet, in this world. It's constructed in a crazy mathematical way. The circle of life, animals eat other animals. Now, torturing animals is a problem. I don't like that. I don't like hunting a rare lion species so you can hold up a picture. I killed the lion. Look how cool I am. That's not really cool to me. But if you're eating to survive or to stock some meat for whatever, well, there's a reason it's here. There's a reason why animals eat animals and things eat things and we eat plants that are edible. So I think that you should open your mind a little bit to some of that stuff. And think about, is it worse if you eat meat from the grocery store where the animals were tortured and lived in shitty, torturous conditions, where they're fed shit that's going to poison your body? Or do you think it's worse if you go out and hunt a single deer yourself and you put it out of its misery the right way and you harvest it for 3 to 4 months in your freezer for your family to eat? Which one's worse? I don't know. Some people would say that you're the more evil person. So I say I have empathy for everybody's traditions and ways that they want to do things. So anyway, that's my opinion on that. But I don't like hunters who are douchebags and they go kill things just because whatever the fuck. That's stupid. Go play a video game or do something different. Shoot cans or moving things. I don't know. But yeah, if you're hunting for, whatever, like, hey man, you go fishing. I go fishing. That's hunting, but it's fish. The fuck's the difference? And it's less skill too, I think. But there's a lot of skill to fishing. So dude, listen, I'm not going to shit on anybody's thing. Because I think you need to open your mind a little bit, though. We are all spiritual and part of our own thing, and hopefully you're good to people. But, I don't know. They're called poachers, Andre Lavandero says. Yeah, poachers are fucked, bro. Fuck those people. Even some people that, kill 6 deers, I don't know. What are we talking about? Why are we donating about politics stuff? I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I didn't do it, guys.
Serena said she got breast implants. Where?
Oh, a long time ago. I mean, back in the WWE, man. Mr. Pico, thank you. I mean, look at it, dude. Look at her now. She is like flat chested. Then look at her. Look at her here. There she is. See that? That's Serena Deeb. And then here's Serena Deeb recently. See? I like Serena Deeb, man. But see you can tell she had implants. Look right there. Big difference, dude. That don't even look the same. Look at her there. They were still in there. I would have kept them. But then again, maybe, I don't know what the reason was for getting rid of them. Maybe they were causing her troubles, pain, But, hey, if you're forced to get it and you don't feel right and feel good about it, get rid of them. Because CM Punk brought politics into the show tonight. Yeah, that's a good point. That's probably it, Kevin Cash. A lot of people getting into the politics because they were brought up. So we had to get into it. And again, like I said, I'm not going to preach to anybody. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Nobody wants to hear me talking about what I think about hunting. I don't hunt and stuff, but I let people do whatever they want. I don't mind people that do it. I just don't like you said, I don't like the poacher stuff. And I don't find it that impressive if I killed 7 bucks. I don't give a shit. But then again, I don't go down to the grocery store and take a picture with the nuggets. I just shopped today. But yeah, hunting's it's a skill, man. I do appreciate it. I couldn't do it, right? I don't know shit about it. Supermarket runs out of food tomorrow. A lot of you guys are going to be more well off than me. It's a good skill to know. It's a good skill. There's a reason there's stuff here on the earth for us to eat. Or we could be eaten. They'll eat us. Whoa. I think we're all light and we're all energy and we're all one. We need to become one mind so that we can get involved, man. I think that's why the aliens are watching. They're worried. You don't want to get into. We'll get into the UFO stuff in another podcast. I'm ready to go on that, bro. These ETs are concerned ever since the atom bomb shit. But now our government is trying to hijack it. Our government is trying to hijack it and say that we know about the extraterrestrials. That's why we need to get our defenses up. So they're going to use the extraterrestrials and the UFO footage and the UFO videos that they have and all the UFO real proof. And they're going to use it so we can put weapons in space. But we're not putting the weapons in space
really for the aliens. We're putting the weapons in space for the other reasons to control shit on Earth, but we're using the aliens as the reason. Classic. Now they're fucking. Can you believe that? Now the elites are using aliens as the boogeyman. The politicians and the people who ran our countries, especially America, they used to say it was the minorities and the non-white people that got to be careful. Oh, they bring the marijuana and the evil drugs and stuff like that and paint. Now they can't. Now it's going to be the aliens, the actual fucking aliens that are really there, but they're going to use them as like, oh, we need to make more weapons and these things because this is a threat. They're going to be saying, they say that all the time. This is a threat to national security. This could be a threat. They're literally using the real UFO stuff to say there's a threat, so they can have weapons in space. Trust me. Wait till that stuff starts coming out.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Hey.
Not sure if you saw any news on the primary elections in 4 different states. It happened last night, but Dr. Oz is running to be the Republican Senate nominee and is endorsed by Trump. Race is still too close to call, but Hess up by 1,200 votes.
I can't believe Dr. Oz is going to win. He sucks.
Abortions could be prevented. One word swallowing.
Absolutely. Swallow it down, baby. Nothing good, nothing bad about a nice, good old gargle. You know what I mean? Gargle it down.
Joe, I have to tell you this. When you categorize life as broadly as you are, means you can basically say anything is life. Everyone is okay with killing life to some extent. Even human life people are okay with killing criminals. That's not a pro-life position.
When you're talking about pro-life when it comes to the formation of life, it's not. But when you're talking about killing somebody who killed people or did something like that, that's different. You cannot want to terminate the beginning of life while still wanting to terminate somebody who has themselves terminated life. There's not like you don't have to pick or choose. It's a wide spectrum. You're categorizing stuff in a very narrow, broad-banded way of you know what I mean? You really can't do that. You really can. You can do that. You know what I'm saying? There are religious people who think if you jerk off that you're wasting life. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you could get into that argument. I don't get into that because we have cells on our skin. We have cells, living cells everywhere and blah, 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 blah. But I'm talking about when the fertilizing of the egg happens, a new life starts growing. So from the minute that the little bubble starts growing is an embryo and it starts growing, that is a life that's growing. So if you terminate that, that's an abortion, right? So now whether you have a problem with that, and now if it becomes a little person, looks like a little mouse, and you terminate that, some people are okay with that. Some people aren't okay with that. Some people are okay with even when it's almost a baby like this, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? What you're saying isn't spectacular. It's just, what do you care? What do you care about? What do you believe? I'm not even telling you what I believe, really, because I don't know. I'm just telling you it is the stopping of life. You know what I mean? A sperm cell isn't really a formed life, a life that's forming. It's a sperm cell. It's a sperm. An egg isn't really the beginning, the life in formation. It's the housing for the life in formation. So, to me, once the sperm fertilizes the egg, now you're starting it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I don't care. I'm just telling you, like, it's life. Once something starts growing, it's a life. It's life. I don't know why are you trying to convince me or something because I'm already pro-choice. So like, what are you trying to convince me to believe what you believe? I already believe that. I don't believe that. I'm weird. I think it's stopping life, and yet I'm still voting that way. So at least that's the way I used to vote. But at least I know what I'm doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I know what I'm doing. If somebody, gets pregnant, it's 12 weeks and they want an abortion, okay. But it's still stopping life. But if you want to pretend that that's not stopping life, or, everything is life, so it's fine. If you want to do that, go ahead. That's what you want to call it. Whatever makes you feel better. You know what I mean? Whatever makes you feel better. 6 deers is too far, says Chris J. Yeah, you can't do more than 2 deers or whatever. Like, I think if you kill a bunch of deers, if you kill an illegal amount of deers and think you're awesome, I think you're a pussy. If you hunt a couple of deers and you store them for food and you're hunting and you had a good time, whatever, that's not a big deal. You're killing food and you're eating the food and whatever. You're a hunter, okay. That's not a problem to me because I'm eating supermarket food that is tortured. And so I'm no better than anybody. In fact, I might be worse than many of the hunters. But if you're just hunting animals and laughing, that's sick. And if you're just having 70 abortions and laughing, I just had my 7th abortion. Fuck you, Republicans. You're a sick fucking person. You are a sick person. If you're aborting babies left and right, and you're like, I had 5. Who cares? You need to fucking control yourself. You fucking weirdo. But if you also think that that's not a big
shit
deal,
bum,
I don't know what you're doing.
Did you catch Pat McAfee's final hour interview with Congressman Gallagher from Green Bay? Really good interview about extraterrestrial life and government hiding certain things, etc. Worth the check.
Whoa. Green Bay rally interview with extraterrestrial life and government hiding certain things. Wow. No, I haven't seen that, DWELSH, but dude, I've heard so much stuff similar to that you wouldn't believe it, right? I mean, I guess you would. I guess we all would. I'm going to be doing a UFO stream coming up because I've got so much on my head that we've talked about over the last 5 years, but so much of the stuff that we've spoken about for the last 5 years has come true or come to fruition over the last 2 years, and we've never really caught back up on it. We used to do Final Frontier News, and a lot of that stuff has happened again. Do you know what I'm saying? Pretty crazy. But yeah, man, hey, but you believe whatever, I don't even know. I certainly don't know a lot of shit, but elect me. And we'll do it.
You all have decided to take your hard-earned money and to fund my show, to fund what I do, to fund what I believe in, to fund my godly ass. JCS Army, donate to me. Todd Fair has acknowledged me. Todd Fair, acknowledge me.
Oprah would make a great president.
Oprah already is the president. She's practically running the world. Don't you know that? Todd Fair? Come on, Todd. You got to know that Oprah is the richest woman in the world. And she's one of the richest people ever. But I guess, I don't know how that's possible since she's a victim of whatever. But somehow Oprah is one of the most powerful people ever. Yo, Soundwave 92. Good night, bro. You going to bed? Thanks, man. Love you, dude. Thank you. And I'm sorry. We got to tie DWELSH on here. DWELSH and Soundwave 92. looks like the two of them are tying tonight to take home the JCS Digital Championship. And shout out to DWELSH, man, for being such a badass that Twitter took him out. Night, Soundwave. We'll see you, man. Have a good night, dude. Thank you. But yeah, overall, I think I'd have to give AEW a 7 out of 10 tonight. Let's go to the poll because I looked at it earlier, and I don't think we've looked at it since it had 120 votes earlier. So, yeah, see, now it's got 343 votes. Yeah, 50% of you nearly are saying good show. Add 16, that's 66% thumbs up. 66% thumbs up. And about a 35% thumbs down. That's a pretty solid rate there. That's three-fourths of you thought the show was good. So good news there for AEW. I think the second hour was rough, obviously, but the first hour was so good. So thankful.
You all have decided to take your
God!
hard-earned money and to fund my show, to fund what I do, to fund what I believe in, to fund my godly ass. JCS Army, donate to me.
Todd Fair wants to take the title home tonight.
Acknowledge me.
Todd Fair has spoken.
Wow. Todd Fair dropping the big $51, baby. And Todd Fair booting Soundwave and DWELSH off there. Holy shit, dude. Did not see that coming. Did not see that coming on a Wednesday night, especially after the support we got in the middle of the day today on my middle of the day stream. Man, Todd, thank you so much, man. Holy shit, dude.
Don't condone hunting, but could shoot the Young Bucks.
Oh! Mr. Pico Boulevard wants to pew-pew the Young Bucks. How about Dustin Rhodes getting emasculated tonight? Emancipated tonight. Just make up words. I don't know what they mean. It'd be like Troy would come on here and be like, do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know. Do you? No! But thank you to everybody who's been dropping the big ones today. Skittles, Assho, the Soundwave, Don Tony the other night for dropping 125. Don Tony, man, coming in. The Ghost from the Coast, DWELSH, General Santos, Todd Fair, Jag DePanzer, Mickey Canine, like a lot of big ones. And everybody on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Johnny Mundo looks slow, but I don't think it's his age, says Perfect Natural Selection.
Hey Joe, what's up?
What up?
Sorry for derailing the show with the donos about
You got
abortion,
it.
but I have one final question.
Uh-huh.
How can you say that it is not a contradiction for someone to say I'm pro-life but I'm okay with killing criminals? That clearly don't make sense.
Well, actually, I mean, you could really get into a lot of contradictions with the people, especially with people on the right? Because a lot of times they're pro-life, but then they don't provide birth control. They don't want to take care of people to give them free birth control. And they don't want to take care of women in that way. And they don't want to make it possible. And they want to get you in the army so you can go die. And typically, a lot of times you see people who are are against abortion. They typically don't give a shit about you once you're born. That's an old George Carlin bit, but it's a real factual thing in a lot of ways. So, although we're seeing the sides change on that a little bit politically nowadays, which is interesting, you're kind of seeing the other side care about you guys more. It's weird. But yeah, a lot of times for some reason. And if you look at the people who say that they're pro-choice, like, it's a woman's body, well, then those are the people that say that you must get the jab, though. So, dude, everyone's full of shit. That's my point. You're kind of proving my point. Everyone is full of shit. But it doesn't mean that that's wrong. You know what I mean? And when you say that you're pro-life, it's in terms of baby making. Doesn't mean that you're pro-life in other areas, right? So you're assuming pro-life means that you just love life everywhere and you're against the death penalty. No, pro-life is in the context of how it relates to the birthing and a woman giving birth. So you're just considering pro-life means pro-life but every life. No, it pertains to human life at giving birth in a belly of someone. You know, that's what we're talking about. So you're taking it literal that, like, oh, everything is life, you know. No. Typically, a right-wing person would love to have the death penalty. So if you go and kill a bunch of people, those people want to see you die. But so what you're saying is now those people don't have a right to explain why they don't like abortion because they aren't pro-life because they like the death penalty. But you're misrepresenting the word, the name pro-life. Do you know what I mean? So, but yes, I understand. It is ironic. It is funny. It is ironic that those terms and words go with that. I get what you're saying because I know what you're saying. But yeah, you're thinking about it too broadly when the specific meaning, you might as well just call it baby pro-life or something like that, or baby woman's birth choice. Whatever. I don't know, man. It's my body. What up, Joe Bishop? I don't know, bro, but one more political question. I'm probably not going to answer it because who cares? Nobody wants to talk politics here. Nobody cares. I'm probably the big. I make every, and it's. I don't like giving my opinions because I'm such a middle of the road person. I end up making everybody upset. Like the people on the left call me a Trump supporter, and people on the right call me a libtard. So it's like I have no way to win with my opinions. All I can say is that I understand other people's opinions way better than I ever have in my life. I used to be a very angry, far left person. And now I really understand everyone's opinions now. And I have way more understanding for everybody than I ever did. That's all I can say. But I don't want to get into politics because who gives a shit? I'm here for wrestling and talking about naked people. Looks like Punk's shirt did its job tonight. It stirred conversation. Yeah, that was the point, right? My fingernails are long. I'm going to cut them. Yeah, but if you're okay with it, you're good then. You know what I mean? Thank you, Revolutionary, though. I'm sure that's Bisharo. It's got to be. WWE AEW News, thank you. He's always going to bat for me, baby. What up, Drew Barr? Get ready for naked people. Get ready for the naked people, bro. Listen, I'm always on board for naked people. Do you understand that? Because the more naked people we have, dude, you ever notice though the naked beaches? It's always these gross fat old people. The nude beaches. Like, can we get some better looking people at the nude beaches? If there were better looking people at the nude beaches, more people would go. They could probably make a lot of money if they just had like better looking naked people at the nude beaches. Just just have a month where you pay like good looking people to be at the beach, okay? Having a great time wandering around at the beach. That's what you got to do. If you can do that, then there's going to be some fucking, you're going to make some money, bro. You are going to make some serious money. But, you know, and after you pay the sexy people enough time, then you can kind of like stop paying them, and then the slobbery people will take over. And, but by then people have already signed up for a year membership. You know, and some younger couples will start coming in, some swingers and things like that. Nobody wants to swing with an 80-year-old Uncle Fester dick. You know what I mean? So you just got to plan it out the right way. And if you do it right, then you're good to go. You understand what I'm saying? Just plan it out the right way, and you're good to go. The donation link is on the top. We are live. Hit the like button. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe. And I'm either going to take calls now or I'm going to go to Discord, and I don't know which one yet. Let me see here. Should I go to Discord or take calls? Let's see. All right. Well, let's end the poll because I think we've got all we can out of the poll. I think we have a good understanding of what's up with that. And we blew away the dono stuff. So we get some wrestling news that we're going to get to. So that's coming next. By the way, we're going to talk about Rampage, bro. What the fuck? Have you guys seen the Rampage numbers? Dude, what in the hell is up with the Rampage numbers? I don't really remember exactly what it was. Oh, yeah, the donation goals were blown away. Thank you, DWELSH. I want to say it was 400,000 watched Rampage. That has got to be the lowest number yet that they've had, I believe. I think. Let's go to Playoff Hockey is awesome. It's always so great, isn't it? Let's go to Skype. I'll open Skype. If you want to get on the show, you want to call the show, there's Skype. If you want to donate, do Super Chat. That's cool. If you want to donate using Streamlabs, that's pinned to the top of the chat. All my stuff, Patreon, Instagram, Facebook, everything, that's all in the description box down below. Subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at JCS Commentary. And if you want to call the show, 339-226-6610. And I'll put that up. Let me see. Todd Fair is the largest donation of the stream. So he is potentially taking home that JCS Digital Championship tonight. And I'm going to put the number up. So if anybody wants to call, we can get it up. I don't have Skype up yet, so bear with me 1 second while I get that rolling. There it is. Okay. And we're going to open up Skype. You never know what the hell is going to happen when you take a phone call. They came on at 4:30 p.m. Central last Friday. That's why. What are you talking about? Talking about the Rangers game, or what are you talking about? I know the Rangers are playing right now, right? Still, because I was watching it earlier. So they're still playing, right? Because I was gonna, you know what? I was gonna watch it later, but I'm gonna end up seeing what. I'm gonna end up finding out what the score is. Ah, damn it! God damn it! I saw the score. God damn, man. Todd Fair has absolutely, looks like he's becoming the JCS Digital Champion tonight. Okay, I'm up on Skype, so if anybody wants to chime in, call in, flip out, get weird, 339-226-6610. Hurricanes look good, though, man. I got to tell you, man, we're probably going to get a tornado out here. There was a small tornado in New Hampshire the other day, and even around my house, I was like, man, this is tornado weather right now. Like, I can feel the moisture and everything, and I'm like, dude, we're in for some shit. And then sure enough, New Hampshire got a tornado. What the fuck is this? fuck is this? I'm reading the weirdest shit on Skype right now. I know Rampage still beat them early this week. No, it was... Okay, Rampage got 340,000. Is that what it is? Let me go look at the... Jesus, this is bad, bro. This is ugly. That is ugly. The Owen Hart Foundation tournament shaping up to be pretty good, man. It's been pretty good. Let me see. AEW on TV Twitter account botches the name of the Joker on Dynamite. I mean, that's how bad the news is tonight. Johnny Elite walkout? They called him Johnny Elite? I don't get it. What's the botch? The botch is... Oh, they said... I mean, did they do this as a joke or something? I don't know. AEW said Johnny Gargano is here. Now, I thought when they said Johnny Gargano is here, I thought they like went to a shot of him in the crowd. Did they actually add him on Twitter? What the hell, dude? Hey, Johnny Gargano's here, guys. That's hilarious. Johnny Elite. Yeah. Oh my god, that's fun. That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god. That is great. Does it get any better than that? You gotta love these guys, man. You gotta love it. Oh my god, bro. Johnny Gargano's here, everybody. And you know what? A lot of people thought it was going to be Johnny Gargano, so they must have been pissed, bro. They must have been absolutely bullshit when they saw this. They're like, oh no. Oh, man. That is... Yeah! That's the kind of shit that cracks me up. Looks like I'm gonna have to invest in a new mic stand all over again. I have my other one up here, but it's just busted. I have to drill a hole. I have to actually do work, guys. Can you believe that? So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attach a wooden thing to this table. I have to drill it in. Then I can use my old shock mount up here again. So I'm gonna get that going because this cheap little arm isn't doing it. You know, this is obviously a problem. Did anyone notice Johnny Elite was getting ready to jump? It looked like he was signaling Joe to come a little closer. He might have been. It didn't look right. It looked a little awkward in that situation, no doubt about it, man. That was a little bizarre. A little bit bizarre. So, in the chat right now, guys, Double or Nothing is coming up. And Double or Nothing is coming up really soon. It's coming up May 29th. So, we have... one more Dynamite left until Double or Nothing. It's going to be a fucking fun time. You know, the one thing I can say about AEW, too, is because these pay-per-views are so far spread, I'd love if they could add one or two more a year would be nice. That'd be the sweet spot for me. But it does feel really special every time we're coming up towards one like this. Because of that breather that we have so much time in between that it feels like we're able to tell some fun week-to-week TV stories, but then we get rolling on a build for a pay-per-view. And that, to me, has been keeping things fresh as well. So, what are you looking forward to the most? At Double or Nothing, what is the match? In the chat, feel free to write it. What is your number one match? What is the biggest rivalry, the biggest match, the most anticipated thing at Double or Nothing for you guys? And while you guys type that in the chat, I remind you that Todd Fair is the top donation at $51. beating out Soundwave and DWELSH, who were tied for $50. Thank you. And the phone lines are open at 339-226-6610 if you want to call the show. The phone lines are open for any of this discussion to take place. And we will see what you say in the chat right now. Punk has his SJW shirt on tonight. I like the character, but other than that, he sucks, says Reese Angle. A lot of people were not happy. And quite honestly, there's a lot of people who are pro-choice in this chat who didn't want to hear about it. Like a lot of you guys, some of you guys are not happy about the political stuff tonight, and you guys are even pro-choice. But isn't that amazing, man, that people just don't want politics? Like, they're like, dude, give me wrestling, that's it. Some of you guys, and you can tell me if you are, many of you guys have said that you're pro-choice, but you just don't like that he's doing the politics thing. Hey, that's interesting. That's interesting, And I think a lot of us are on the same page of like, ugh. But it's not going to make me hate anybody or rant about it. I don't even think I've really tweeted about it or made any comment. Because I don't know, it doesn't bother me, but I knew it was going to bother a lot of people. And certainly it's taken over some parts of the show at my review tonight because we had to talk about it. Because he forced us to talk about it. But nothing changed. Everybody still has the same opinions. Joe Bishop, who's a member, thank you, Joe. Punk versus Page. Wardlow versus MJF tonight has gotten my attention. I can't wait for Double or Nothing. I think that is one of the best stories. No doubt about it. Wardlow and MJF has been amazing week to week to week. That story, that rivalry, what they're telling has been fucking awesome. Has been amazing shit. They have nailed this. And it's been wonderful that they have. So, it's great that they have. MJF versus Wardlow should be a really good match. It will be it will probably be more of a classic wrestling style match. You know what I mean? These two guys usually deliver that classic style. So hopefully it will just have so much emotion. It will be similar to a Stone Cold Steve Austin situation from the Attitude Era, I would think. So that's probably what we're really looking for. What we're really looking for, to be honest. Thank you to Tim Drake earlier for the good question today, by the way. Tim Drake, as always. TD has the big one. I forget what his question was earlier today, but he had a good one, but I don't remember if I passed it up or not. So I forget. So I'm sorry to Tim. I feel like I might have skipped his question earlier today because my kids were coming home or something. Or maybe it was someone else's question. Maybe I did get Tim Drake's question, but I missed somebody else's. I don't remember. I'm trying to remember, but I can't remember. Wardlow versus MJF. Story again. 10 lashings cage match before facing MJF. No creativity. Is Cody versus MJF. Yeah, it's almost like they want to erase the Cody stuff because Cody's gone. MJF has become the guy. The AEW guy. The best thing that's come out of AEW for the most part is now MJF. One of the best things that really had culminated in AEW was Cody Rhodes, and he's now gone. So who's the best original guy in this company? It's probably MJF. If this guy leaves, yikes. Because this is what's going on, you know what I mean? Let's see. See, I told you, man. Let me see. No calls. They're erasing Cody now. I see why Cody left. James Jones says, yes, it does feel that way. It feels like WWE, like, they're like, okay, he did the first ever, dog collar thing. We need to do a dog collar thing with somebody else. Oh, he did the lashings. We've got to do lashings with somebody else. You know what I mean? It really it feels a lot like that. Like, these are things that we've already done, but we'll do them again with someone else to get that out of there. You know, I don't know. But it feels weird. So it feels like there is a little bit of that. Maybe that's what it is. You know, I've said that last week, and I really continue to feel that might be what we're dealing with here. Speaking of dealing with stuff, Todd Fair dealt with DWELSH and Soundwave 92 when he took them out. They were both $50 donators tonight and tied to become JCS Digital Champion, and he booted them out.
Pico here. We know history addiction has played in wrestling. Jake Roberts on crack, Jeff Hardy on everything, Ryback on Ruffles. I'm concerned for MJF and his spray tan addiction. Legit. If Naomi fired Riki, she could drive for the Usos.
Yeah, we need to get a driver for Jimmy Uso, because if they fire Naomi, the Usos are in trouble, man. They could be in a car accident tomorrow without Naomi at the wheel. But let me ask you this. You think Jeff Hardy does every drug? What about Jake Roberts? I thought that was funny. You were like, Jake Roberts is on crack, Jeff Hardy's on everything. I think Jake Roberts is on everything. Or am I wrong? I mean, maybe Jake Roberts was only on crack, but bro, I think he's on everything. Don't you think so? I could be wrong too, though. I don't know. Maybe they're both on everything. You ever think of that? The both of them are just on fucking everything. Reese Angle says they got so much talent that if MJF leave, he won't be missed much. Yeah, I mean, in a way, that's true, but he'll be missed by the fans because Cody leaving left a void. If MJF leaves, that's a big void. Dude, that would be bad. You know, MJF has had some of the best programs with everybody. You know what I mean? MJF has had some of the best programs with everybody. Jon Moxley, Jericho, I think, Cody, CM Punk, not Jericho. Yeah, everybody. MJF has had some of the best feuds with all these people, everybody. Everybody that gets in an MJF feud it's a good part of the show. You get rid of MJF, I'm serious. That's a problem. He's a big part of this show. I'm telling you, man. Without MJF, dude, there's a problem. I'm dead serious. It's a major issue. Let me see here. Okay. Phil says on Twitter. Oh, I see what it is. It's some guy making fun of CM Punk. I see. His last name is Brooks. The guy's making fun of him.
Decided to take
We'll take a call in a second. Hang on, caller. 720. Hang on.
To fund what I do. To fund what I believe in.
Oh, shit.
My godly ass. JCS Army. Donate to me.
Whoa. Todd Fair is here. And he's dropping.
Acknowledge me.
Dollars.
Todd Fair.
Darby Allin needs to win the buffet belt.
The buffet belt, Darby Allin. Todd, thank you for the $10, man. You know I love Darby Allin. I really do love Darby. He's another guy for me that, he's important. Sting can't walk anymore, but I appreciate Darby. No doubt about it, Mr. Pico Boulevard. Thank you, Todd Fair. Pro-choice, swallow, or anal, Mr. Pico Boulevard. I don't know why I always miss your clever names. I'm so stupid. 720 is the call I took. I'm sorry, I hung up on... Nope, I didn't hang up on anybody. Just 720. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Joe? It's Joe.
It's Joe. What's up, Joe? Well, you're probably really Joe, and since that's not really my name, you're the real Joe. So what's up?
Not much, brother. Not much, man. Dude, what is going on in professional wrestling nowadays? It seems like it's a slump, bro.
Oh, like they're in a slump. Yeah, it does. It feels like, after Mania, it felt like everybody kind of went into a little bit of a slump after Mania.
Yeah, dude. Like, when I go back to like wrestling, back in the 90s, dude, like doing Raw's War and shit, Like, dude, like nowadays it's hard to hold our attention, dude. Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, the only time I can think of that was terrible for me was, again, like that 1995, 94, 5, and 6 got a little bit rough. But this, I don't know, I guess it depends on how you feel about AEW. Like, AEW holds my attention pretty well because, like, I feel like if it's not good, I have a lot to say as to why it's not good. But that's me because I'm doing this show. If I was a viewer of AEW and it was stupid one night, I would just be like, that was stupid. And then I would be like, all right, I'm going to go to bed now. But, but WWE enrages me if it's boring. It's like, wow, that was really it. So I've got a little different of a perspective, I think, on it. But so you're really not interested in anything AEW's doing at all, or none in WWE, or like what's up?
I mean, I love AEW, man. I mean, they're doing good shit over there. I love the product. I'm just so used to the 90s and that Attitude Era, dude. Like every Monday night or every pay-per-view, a titty's gonna come out.
Wow. You watch Pornhub. No, it's I get it. But is that really it? What did you like the most in the Attitude Era?
Oh, dude, just the atmosphere of going to the shows, and it was just like a fucking concert, man. Just jam-packed, no cell phones, people paying attention, like the roof being blown off the place, the pops, it's so much, so like,
the energy is at a different level in that time. I mean, but if you go back, before that, I mean, 1990 to 1996, they wasn't close to this though, either. It wasn't like that, I mean, the Attitude Era with those pops and those explosions of noise, I mean, it lasted about 1998 to about 2006 or 7, I would say, like the loud in some variation, the attitude into the ruthless aggression, so I don't know. I know what you mean though. It definitely feels more like, how it feels like? It's like the Reds. I'll use my local sports team. Like the Red Sox, right? And when the Red Sox were losing for years and they started doing well in the 2003, 2004 year and they broke the curse or whatever, the fans in Boston were angry and visceral. So in the playoffs when we played the Yankees, the fans wanted blood and they were psycho. Like they were nuts in the crowd. But
well, that's Northeast, so.
Right. Yeah. And once the Red Sox won the World Series, what happened is, and you may remember this because I think you're probably as old as me, maybe, or close. But the so the whole country, for some reason, in 2004 and 5, 6, like 2003, 4, 5, and 6 especially, the whole country, for some reason, was enamored with Boston. I don't know why. But, like, there was this thing going on. It was The Departed came out, the Red Sox. Like, there was you know what I mean? Like, you heard a lot about over here for some reason. And after a little while, it was like all these people from around New England wanted to come to Fenway, these very, I've got money, we have a family. We called them the Pink Hats. And Fenway started to not feel like that visceral, loud, guttural, like even to this day. When you go to Fenway now, it's like these like tourists are there.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Hey, but real quick on the MGF, his contract, I don't think Tony's going to let him go.
I almost think like he can't let him go at this point. Cody Rhodes I think Cody Rhodes might have made MJF's life, because I'm betting that WWE could maybe
They're gonna throw millions at him, dude.
Well, listen, like I could see WWE throwing $1 million at MJF or $2 million or something, but dude, but Tony Khan's gonna beat that. Tony Khan's gonna be like, here's $5 million, stay, and he's gonna stay because Tony is gonna not overpay, but essentially kind of overpay, because if there was no WWE, or if Cody Rhodes never left, they're going to now pay millions more for MJF potentially. So that's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if he's on that same contract that he started with, that's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, MJF.
If he's on that original contract, that's bad business, dude. I'll be pissed too.
I mean, what is he making? I don't know what he's making. $130,000, $150,000, I think.
That's disrespectful, bro.
Well, what they should do, what Tony Khan should do, is try to sign him now. But I'm sure MJF has said, nope, I'm gonna wait to see what they offer me, because so even though it's a good idea for Tony to reach out to MJF and say, hey man, you're making $150,000 a year. You're worth $2 million. Like, let me give you $2 million. Let me give you $1 million. Let me give you $1.5 million a year or two or whatever, or $2 million for 3 years. And I'm sure if that's happened, MJF said, no, I'm gonna wait. I don't even know what WWE is gonna offer me yet, so I don't want to sign anything yet. So that feels like what's going on. That's why he's bringing up the 2024. Man, he's the one. He's in control right now, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, Tony will back up that Brinks truck, just like you said.
Yeah, but imagine if WWE doesn't want him as much as we think, though. Imagine that. Imagine if they don't. I mean, imagine if they were like, yeah, we'll give you. They we'll give you. But either way, right? Let's think about it in a small way. Let's pretend WWE goes, oh well, we'll give you $250,000 to come here. And then Tony Khan says, "Oh, well, I'll give you $500,000." Well, that even if it's just that, that's still a huge pay raise from $150. I think he makes $150.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not sure how the merch works in AEW, but I mean, dude, $150, that's disrespectful, man.
Well,
I was thinking at least $250, $300.
I agree that would be disrespectful. Kind of now it feels disrespectful. But when he first signed and he was a nobody, really, not a nobody, but he wasn't a very well-known name, and you didn't know what he was going to be capable of and stuff like that. So, $150 was about standard. They were handing out a lot of $100K contracts. The only people they gave big money to were the big players. And, the VPs in them got probably a little more, 300,000, things like that. But, so MJF making $150 is about on par with some of the beginner guys. But, yeah, now that feels definitely,
Yeah, dude. He's been carrying this company, man. And, dude, but I don't know, man, but I love your show, man. You're fucking hilarious and awesome, dude. So, first-time caller. Dude, you rock.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for taking my call, man.
Hey, no problem, man. I will be tweeting out a picture of me, speaking of funny, gargling my wife's rectum tomorrow. So look for that on Twitter. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, but seriously, on Twitter, me and my wife's rectum. It's going to be great. Thank you for the call. I love that guy. That guy was so happy and ready to talk about everything. Fucking love it. Pro-choice, swallow or anal, Mr. Pico Boulevard with a great name. Todd Fair with the $10 after that. I think I shouted it out, but also Todd Fair with the $51 is become the JCS Digital Champion potentially for tonight. Will this stick? There's not much left in the show, so he looks like he could be taking home the JCS Digital Championship. Todd Fair, maybe. He took out Soundwave 92 and DWELSH, who both had $50, and they were tied for co-champs. And now Todd Fair at the top of the game. Let's go to the chat and see if there's anything I missed in the chat a few minutes ago. Calgary's back up again? Holy shit, bro. Actually, when I end this show, if there's any more hockey left, I'll probably be watching hockey the rest of the night. And maybe Star Trek, because I'm a dork. I've got a lot of stuff to talk about as far as UFOs and some of the other disclosure projects that are going around everywhere, so that's coming. Probably some of that's going to go up on Patreon if you guys want to become patrons. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Think about really trying to support that if you guys can. We're trying to get back to 200 patrons. We're close to getting back to 200 patrons. And then as soon as I can find a co-host or two that I think are amazing, that will be different from people that are on Monetize This and my other shows, the Corrupted Podcast will return potentially to Patreon, and that's really what I'm working on right now. And there may be a couple of people who will step up into those positions. I do have a guest or two. Of course, you guys know I'm friends with Dave Landau, so I might get him to make a couple of guest appearances, and we may record some pre-recorded shows and things like that, and comedian Derek Richards as well. So to get two of those guys on there would be a lot of fun. Great comedians, both those guys. And obviously we were supposed to have Crowder on a while ago. He just got really too busy with something, but still in communication with him. But obviously we had a great time with Dave Landau the last time we did a couple of podcasts. Those were great. You guys gave good support to Dave Landau and me, and good support to me and Derek Richards' couple of podcasts we did. So why not get the two of them together with me on a podcast coming up? So look for that. That's going to be fun. And that will probably, the full episodes will go up on Patreon, but a couple samples of them will go up on YouTube as well. So if you're familiar with those guys, two comedians that I love those guys, pretty cool. And MJF is the hottest heel in North America. He gets old school heat like no one else, says Rastafa. Yeah, these stories, I mean, dude, look at the body of work that MJF has delivered. Look at the body of work that MJF has delivered. It's fucking phenomenal. You know, the stuff he did with CM Punk, the stuff he did with Cody. I mean, there's been so much that MJF has delivered on. There's stuff I'm forgetting that I don't even remember at this point. I got to send this tweet to Leah. This is too hilarious. I got to send Leah the George Bush thing. If you guys missed this, we've been talking about it all night, but it's just too fucking hilarious. Here it is. Oh my God. If you didn't see this, people tweeted this to me earlier in the night. We played it a couple hours ago, but or geez, what, an hour ago? Oh, it was a couple hours ago we played it. Shit, it's been a while. George Bush telling on himself. I mean, everybody knew this already, but this is just too fucking hilarious.
Russian elections are rigged. Political opponents are imprisoned or otherwise eliminated from participating in the electoral process. The result is an absence of checks and balances in Russia and the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of of Ukraine. Iraq, anyway.
Dude, oh my God, bro. He goes, Iraq too. Oh my God, dude. I mean, there's so much to laugh at there. There's so much to laugh at in this clip. First, there's a Freudian slip, which my wife just called this a Freudian slip. And the best thing is that he says this, and we all know that he did do that, so that's funny. I mean, not funny because it's like genocide of, an illegal war or whatever you want to call it, and it's not really funny, but he did do it, and he fooled all you guys and not me. And so that's hilarious. And then it's funny the way he laughs at it, and then it's funny that he even says, well, Iraq too, and admits it that it is. It's like there's three hilarious things about this.
Of Ukraine. Iraq too. Anyway.
Iraq too. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, I invaded them.
Of Iraq to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of of Ukraine. Iraq too. Anyway.
Oh my God, dude. I can't get enough of this. Oh my God. Ugh. Oh, man. I'm texting it to Leah. I'm sorry. I had to send that to my wife. That is way too funny. Like, that crushes me. Edge Morgan goes, fooled me once, won't get fooled again. Fool me once, well, you can't get fooled. Whatever the hell. Man, I'll tell you what. George Bush was the beginning of the end of presidents in this country. Don't you think that? That George Bush was the beginning of the end. Well, not really, because Obama was boring. George Bush was exciting as hell. He was so stupid and ridiculous, it was hilarious. And then Obama was boring because he was too good at talking. You know, he's like, then we're going to go to the war, and we will fight them. And you're like, wow, okay, this is Bill Clinton all over again. So, but it's like Obama didn't sleep with people and come on dresses and stuff like that. So it's like, oh. Like Clinton got us warmed up for Bush, right? Like there's scandal and sex and cum and lying. But then George Bush was like, yo, watch this. And then Obama was like, I'm going to bore everybody. And then, you know, Trump was super, that was really exciting, right? And then, so you have to follow a president who's exciting with a boring president, right? Because people get scared, a little too scared with a president who's too crazy and real. You know, like George Bush was like, hey, we're going to do the and we're going to go to war. And so people are like, oh my God, elect Obama. You know, I want my president to be cool, calm, collected, and to bomb brown people in the background without me knowing about it. So we want Obama for 8 years. Obama was good at bombing brown people without letting people know about it. You know what I mean? He's like, the country is doing well. I'm Obama. Michelle, we're going to play basketball in the backyard. How's everybody doing? And you're like, oh, I feel so calm and peaceful with him. You know? Meanwhile, drones are killing children and babies. But it's like, at least it doesn't feel like the world's chaotic. You know what I mean? But then they screwed up and cheated Bernie Sanders out of the DNC, and then we got Trump because of that. And Trump was, you know, successful in many ways, but he was a little bit of crazy, right? A little bit of a wild guy, you know, even. And so then people freaked out, and so they voted Biden because they were scared of Trump eventually, even though they voted Trump originally because they were scared of Hillary and scared of that. But they were like, we need a boring, calm, I'm Joe Biden, I'm basically a corpse. But what we got was a calm old man who's losing his mind. So he's actually become as entertaining in a way like Bush was. Because you don't know if Joe Biden's going to say the wrong thing, fall down a flight of stairs, or walk too slowly and he look, do you guys ever see George Carlin stand up when George Carlin would be like, like that's what he looks like. So, you know, I don't know who the next president is going to be because we had Trump who was wildly out of crazy and then Biden who's super like blah. So I don't know. Maybe we're going to get like, maybe the next president's going to be like a hybrid, you know, somebody who's like confident, boisterous, shocks people, but is calm. Might be Ron DeSantis. Kind of sounds like Ron DeSantis, right? Where he's like, we're gonna fire Disney. How about that? And you're like, what? So it could be Ron DeSantis who wins because Ron DeSantis is kind of cool, calm, and collected, but not afraid to be crazy and like to take out like, how about this? If Disney, you want to keep grooming kids, we're gonna take away all your tax relief and the special shit you get. What? Fuck Mickey Mouse. Yeah, Mickey Mouse, we're going to just take those rights away from you. So it's weird. So he's like doing wild things, but at the same time is cool, calm, and collected. So maybe he's the hybrid? I don't know. Who would be the Democrat? I don't know. So it's going to be interesting, man. Who's the hybrid president coming up? Anyway, I don't know. But CM Punk really stirred up the politics tonight with the abortion shirt. Everybody was itching to talk about the CM Punk shirt. But fuck it, I wasn't. I'm not interested. He almost made it seem like he was going to dive into the crowd at one point, CM Punk. I thought that was funny because he was like, the crowd was like, yeah, come on, Punk. And he's like, what am I going to dive into you guys? I'm like 8 feet above you. He goes, ooh, and he made like a diving fucking dolphin like gesture. That's a little thing. We didn't talk about that tonight because it's just weird. But I mean, I just thought that was funny that he was like, you want me to dive down there into you? You know, like, I'm not going to do that. And he's like, we really want that? No, I'm not going to get the fuck out of here. I'll crush you. No, good call, CM Punk. Those people would probably sue you. You know what I mean? You'll land on them the wrong way. They're like, I know you've got all of Colt Cabana's money. By the way, I want to make a retraction on that. I'm sorry. I got to apologize. Apologize to CM Punk and apologize to everybody. I spent some time the other night because of a criticism someone gave me on Twitter. I am completely, utterly wrong about that situation. CM Punk isn't all to blame at all for that. It was actually Colt Cabana who sued CM Punk. And so I made a huge mistake saying CM Punk sued him for money. That did not happen. I was wrong about that. So I am sorry about that. Sorry to CM Punk and sorry to everybody. I'd read certain things about that, and I just always thought that was what it was. And it's not. I don't know who. It's the way it's worded, I guess. But I looked into it, and that's not what happened. Colt Cabana sued CM Punk, apparently. And apparently, from what I've now read, is because basically in the lawsuit that happened against CM Punk and Colt Cabana just didn't have the money that CM Punk had. So Colt Cabana had to get a lawyer, do all this stuff, and had the funds sucked out of him for things that CM Punk said. So CM Punk said things, and Colt Cabana was drained of all this money. Meanwhile, CM Punk was okay because CM Punk had the funds to defend himself. But Colt Cabana was kind of sued for what CM Punk said on his podcast. So he was held responsible because it was his podcast, but CM Punk said it. So Colt Cabana felt like, hey, I'm out of money from this fucking lawsuit that stemmed from things that you said, but we won. So Colt Cabana then felt like, what the fuck? CM Punk allegedly offered Colt Cabana money on the side, like, hey man, I'll take care of it. But apparently it wasn't enough or something, and Colt Cabana continued to sue him. Now, I still don't know if this is all 100%. And I'm going to do the best I can to revisit this and try to read up on this again and maybe maybe we can find some clips and I'll go over this. I plan on making a video. And if it comes out that it's all Colt Cabana's fault or Colt Cabana was a dick, I will absolutely retract everything I've ever said. But if it comes out that it's a gray area, I'll just go over both people's perspectives and why it happened. But I think part of it stems from the fact that, Colt just doesn't have the money that CM Punk does. And Colt was kind of left with a lot of a bill maybe, but I don't know that 100%. So I like Tulsi as well, Blake Roberts. I've always liked her. So we'll look that over. I'll look that over because I would hate to. Uh-oh. What is this? Bryan Danielson's leg got caught between the ring and the ramp during Rampage tapings. He was stuck for 10 minutes and was limping and falling over. Hopefully this is not a serious injury. Oh, shit. Oh my God, bro. This is breaking news. What? Wow. What is going on, bro? What? Oh, wow. This is crazy. Let me see. I got video of this. Whoa. Wrestling News has this. Wrestling News Co. Well, that's way too loud. Wow, that is so awful. What the hell, dude? So Bryan Danielson, his leg got caught between the ring ramp during AEW Rampage. He was stuck for 10 minutes and was limping and falling over. Wow, imagine getting your leg stuck randomly right there. Oh my God, bro. Wow. That is not good. That is not good news. I thought maybe this was an angle, like he was thrown there. But this looks like it was an actual accident. Yeah, there's definitely too much space there. I never realized how much space there was. But that is any little gap or divot right there would be dangerous. There should be a connector that connects to the ramp, to the ring. Any kind of divot there, you could get hurt. That should be fully pressed up against the ring apron. So something wasn't done right. Because you would never, ever want a gap there. For that very reason right there. And I don't remember seeing a gap like that before. So that is not something that you want. You never want any kind of gap right there. Wow. Ryan, thank you for sending me that tweet, man. That's crazy. That's a new one. You think you've seen it all in wrestling. And you think you've seen it all in wrestling injuries, if that is an injury. Donation coming in from Alex Oli.
If KANE was smart, MJF won't get belt till resigns.
If KANE was smart, MJF won't get the belt till he resigns, yeah. I would say we want to resign you. We'll have the with you, you know. Man, he'll be a great heel champion. He'll be right up there with, you know, I actually liked Kenny Omega as a heel. With him with Don Callis. Don't you guys miss Don Callis? Dude, I fucking miss Don Callis. I miss Don Callis being like, Kenny doesn't need to do anything for you scumbags, you know, and whatever. Dude, Don Callis was wonderful. It is actually a crime that guy's not around. And if I was them, I would have Don Callis on commentary as a heel. I don't know why he's not around. You know, even if Kenny Omega's not there, I would have Don Callis there for sure. And I don't know why you don't. Because the guy is so damn money on the mic. There is a gap, a gaping hole without Don Callis. And Kenny Omega with Don Callis in that group for a while, I enjoyed that run, man. I really did. There were ups, you know, it was a little bit wobbly, but that's some of the better stuff that Kenny's ever done. I really, really do think so. I'm serious. I thought that was a solid heel run with the title. And I thought Jericho was good with the belt. And unfortunately, the faces have all been kind of busts. I thought Jon Moxley was blah. And I think he's always been blah with championships. I don't think Moxley does well with championships. He's just not good with championships. I think Cowboy shit is, again, mediocre with the title. He'd be a better mid-card champion. I don't think he's championship material. He's mid-card champion. Right now, he feels like Shawn Michaels as he's losing his smile with the world title. So, you know, Jericho's was great. And I think Kenny Omega was good. And, again, MJF, the only thing that MJF has going against him is that he's a little short and he's a smaller guy. But I think he will, if he gets the title, he will be that. If he's that featured dick every week with the championship, he'll be really good with it. He doesn't need the belt. but he'll be really good with it. Get rid of Excalibur and add Callis. I would agree with you, but JR and Tony Schiavone, but mostly JR really needs Excalibur, because Excalibur is there to touch up some things when JR doesn't know some of the newer things and whatever. Although I don't like it when they battle with each other, like, oh, and JR goes, that was a hell of a good looking back suplex off the middle rope, and then Excalibur's like, well, it was an avalanche brainstormer. An avalanche brainstormer. Yep, that's the move. Okay. Maybe he'll do another it's just like, stop doing that. If JR calls the move something, just leave it. Don't need to give it the JR goes, oh, a cutter off the top rope. And then Excalibur's like, that's the Sandusky experiment, the Tunguski experiment. It's like he calls it something and then JR says the other thing and then he's got to say it the other way. You're fucking confusing the audience. So I wish they would just get on the same page with that. But Excalibur does help out with the exposition of some things, cutting some of the promos, driving the show from the production standpoint. But again, Tony Schiavone and JR don't need to both be on the show. You could have only JR, Excalibur, and Don Callis. Or you could have Tony Schiavone, Excalibur, and Don Callis. Or honestly, you could just have Excalibur and Don Callis. But it's fine. They're all right. They're certainly better than usually WWE people, but it's I'd put maybe Don Callis on Rampage would be nice. That would help out that show. Don Callis, Tony Schiavone, and somebody else. You get a color commentator who's quieter. You get Don Callis who's doing a heel, and then you get Tony Schiavone on Rampage. I think that would be good. I think if you did that, I might even tune in for that if those were the commentators. Because Tony Schiavone would be good to listen to as the lead guy. And, if Mark Henry or somebody was doing color, that'd be fine. And then with Don Callis really being this boisterous heel or sarcastic guy, that'd be fun.
Did you see what Billy Body said about Sasha?
I didn't really. Someone sent it to me earlier, and they were like, "Hey, your buddy over there is going after Sasha or something." I know he always is very hard on the women. He's been canceled and attacked before for his opinions on women. But specifically, yeah, he said some. I don't know exactly what he said though about Sasha specifically that got him in a fight with everybody. I saw him get in a fight with Cyclops. But honestly, I think Cyclops is a prick and an evil person. I think Bill Bahati has some savage, mean takes on some of the women, or some very brutal takes on women or on wrestlers. But they're his takes, I guess, unless he said something crazy, like I don't know. But I think that the people that want to destroy him are evil people that want to actually physically or financially or internet-wise take somebody else out. And that's weird to me. If you have a shitty, crazy take on somebody, fine, whatever. But I think those other people are out to do other harm. So, they all kind of are crazy at this point. I don't know, though, exactly what happened. Oh, he said, wait. Who said the N-word? Callis was great on commentary. Didn't he leave Impact and join AEW? Yes. JR just signed a contract extension for only a year, and then he's done. JR's done? What do you mean? He's going to retire from wrestling, or he's only going to be gone from AEW? I wouldn't be surprised if they moved on and they kept JR in a talent situation. But I don't know. Eddie Chaos, what's up, man? Alex Oli, thank you for being a member too, by the way. I'm trying to, I don't even know his Twitter. We're probably following each other too, and I don't even know. Hopefully Brian Danielson's going to be okay. Because Bryan Danielson's leg does not, that looks crazy. I can't believe it got stuck in between the ring like that. That's wild. Oh, Excalibur said the N-word. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, that's why people are like, oh, Joe, you'll never be. I'm like, what? Excalibur dropped, like, who cares? It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Well, I'm going to call it a night, people. Looks like Todd Fair is taking home that digital JCS championship. You got to give it to him, bro. You got to give it up. Give it up for Todd Fair, baby, tonight. Getting weird. Dude, Todd Fair completely booted him off. Completely put the boot on him. Calgary and Oilers are still going at it, right? I got some time left. I can watch the Calgary game potentially. I'm ready. And hey, I want to thank Ghost from the Coast, man, for being awesome, bro. He literally donated to my videos when I was after uploading some videos. He dropped a couple of super thankses. So I want to thank Ghost from the Coast for doing that, bro. He dropped one the other day on one of the videos. He dropped a $10 super thanks. So thank you. Jag DePanzer, what's up, man? Thank you for being a big member. If you guys want to become members before we get out of here, we'll have a membership party. Anybody? Anybody down for the membership party? I'll put you up on the screen.
Send it on Twitter, read it, lol.
Oh, thank you. Okay, let's read it, Alex Oli. While I'm doing that, whoever wants to become a member, every time you become a member, I'm going to do this. They've become a member, and now my member is hard. I'm going to do that. So become a member, and we'll get weird. Is this what Bill said that's such a problem? You get a green thing when you become a member. Some of you virgins out there saying Sasha deserves more than Becky. Okay, so in the bedroom you want buck teeth Sasha and her boy tits and bald head over Becky's face, perfect body, new titties. Also, Becky smokes her in promos and has a much bigger star aura, hands down, says Bill. I mean, so what is the, I guess, okay. I guess I don't get it. I mean, I don't agree with him. I don't agree with him. I think Sasha Banks was a fucking phenomenal star heel in NXT. And for whatever reason, she hasn't been utilized properly in that position on the main roster. Her and Becky don't wrestle much different. Sometimes Sasha has had some really good matches. Sasha's best matches in NXT are better than any of Becky's matches anywhere. But Becky has had some of the better matches in the main roster. And Becky's promos, she gets more chances to cut promos on stuff. It seems to have more of a direction and put in the star spot. I don't know, man. I feel like they both are just as good. I actually like Sasha better. But overall, Becky has been the better person on the main roster with what she's been given, but I think Sasha has the ability to do that. They just haven't really given it to her, and Sasha's also been her own worst enemy, where I think Becky completely plays ball, no matter what. So the one thing I can say is Becky plays ball no matter what, but she's in the better position. Sasha's been given things and not been able to add up to it. I don't agree with those savage comments about her, like being uglier and all these other things. I think Sasha's beautiful, And I like the both of them. But, so yeah, I don't really agree with being that savage to Sasha about her looks and her tits and boy, whatever the fuck he said. So I don't agree with him. But just because he said that, I don't understand. Like, people were coming at him like he needs to die. And it's like, I don't care. That's just stupid fucking comment to me. You know? I mean, if I'm ranting, I said some crazy shit the other night ranting about these people, but most of it was over-exaggerating for fun because I was angry. You know what I mean? But, you know, to actually tweet out this thought of, like, this is what I think in boy body and what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I don't really agree with that. They've obviously liked Becky better since day one. I always thought it was Sasha number 1, Charlotte number 2, Becky number 3, and Bayley number 3. I've always thought it was Sasha, Charlotte, Bayley, Becky. I was always putting Becky number 4. But WWE, since almost day one, felt like they were like, Becky number 1, Becky. And because of that, the wishy-washiness of what they did to Sasha never allowed Sasha to be that fucking boss that she really was in NXT. When it comes to the 4 horsewomen in NXT, Sasha was the star. In case you don't remember, she was the top one of all of them, to me, for sure. Go back and watch it. When she was a heel with that belt, she was fucking on top of her game. And Bayley was there as well. That's why the two of them synced up. But when they got to the main roster, things changed. Charlotte remained about the same and probably got better and better and better. Charlotte always does the same thing. Charlotte is like Triple H. Charlotte's like Triple H because, like, you know what you're going to get. She's going to be really solid in the ring. She's got the look. She can cut a promo. It's robotic, and all her matches are very similar a lot of times, but you know she's going to provide a solid effort. You know you're going to get a 7 out of 10 almost every time with Charlotte. With Sasha in the main roster, you don't know what you're going to get. Are you going to get a run-of-the-mill match of nothing? Are you going to get an exciting match? Are you going to get a Bayley versus Sasha type of NXT match? Maybe. Could get an 8 out of 10, could get a 9 out of 10, maybe. But Sasha hasn't had a lot of those in the main roster. And Sasha's ended up with a lot of 6s or 7s. And Bayley has not had a lot of good matches either in the main roster. And Becky has had a lot of bad matches, but also a few really good ones. Becky has had a couple of her best matches are the main roster ones. A couple of Sasha's best matches are usually her NXT ones. And Charlotte had some really good matches in NXT and has had some really good matches in the main roster. So, and Bayley had her better matches down in NXT. So, you know, I would book Sasha as the boss, the heel, the bitch, you know, and I would bring back her old music, have her have that entourage like she had in NXT. I'd watch what she did in NXT and redo that now. But it's always stop and start with Sasha. Oh, bring her. I loved when she pulled her hair off and attacked Natalya. Pulled her, oh, I've got blue hair, and then beat the shit out of her. She should have, at that point, when they did that, they should have put her on a heel run with a title. She is the one. But they seemingly just always have to be like, no, we got to do the Ronda thing, and now Bianca's up there. And Bianca is having solid matches every time she's out there. So, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. And when Bianca was in NXT, she wasn't the greatest in NXT. But when Bianca was in NXT, and you can find me saying this on video, I said, Bianca is pretty good in NXT, but she's a main roster person. When Bianca Belair goes to the main roster, this is a star. She's going to be really good. They should just call her up now because she's not really able to wrestle the same way the women are wrestling on the NXT circuit. They're all high-flying, what's her name? I keep wanting to say Ishiro. Whatever. People are doing high-flying stuff and crazy matches everywhere. But Bianca was wrestling a main roster style. And it was limited in NXT. Now she has a bigger repertoire in the ring. So Bianca's gotten better, but she's always had a main roster style. So she was always going to do better, in my opinion, in the main roster as opposed to the NXT. And she has, right? In NXT, a lot of times she was like a 6 out of 10. A lot of people would say, like, oh, Bianca's nothing really stupid. I don't know. But once she came to the main roster, they boom, 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 boom. But I always said Bianca is going to be great. And she has been. She's been a solid 7 or 8, on the main roster. Maybe 6, 7, or 8 at times, but usually a solid 7 or 8. Her promos sometimes are a little bit, weird. Like her, like, I am, it's hard to be like, I'm the EST and like be the good, a little bit robotic as the good guy. You're being so braggadocious. And her scriptedness brings her down. You know what I mean? I don't know who writes for her. I'm sure she writes some of her stuff. I mean, the whole EST thing came from her originally, or came from somebody in NXT originally. So I believe her. So they've got to now write for that in her. And who's writing? And this is not me trying to virtue signal. I'm not trying to be a CM Punk virtue signaler here. But a lot of what she says is written by white guys who write several other people stuff. And she's got a word for word go out there and a lot of times read it. And I'm sure she tries to work with the writing team to be like, no, this is how I would say it. But I'm just being, and even if it's not that sort of thing, it's not even that. It's more of like people are writing a script for her. When I feel like, and I don't know what her personality is, if she was just to go off script, maybe it's not good. But it does, I think she needs another level to her mic work. Her mic work can be pretty decent, and it's nice, a little bit, but there's another level that we need. And she probably would be better as a heel, probably, right? Because everybody kind of usually is. But there's a real problem with faces in WWE cutting promos.
Rogan Raw commentator did podcast on Sasha incident.
Oh, he did? Why would he talk about that and do that? That's weird. There's a theory out there that it's all a work, and this is going to lead to John Laurinaitis bringing in the Bella Twins, and this is going to be some kind of rivalry or whatever. I don't know, but I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That sounds... If you were going to do that, why wouldn't you do... I don't know. I just feel like that's the wrong way to... I don't think it's a work. And that's not the... You could do that story without doing that. And John Laurinaitis isn't an on-screen character, but I get it. I get the theory as to why that's going around out there. Yeah, we've been playing the video of the injury. Let me show it to you real quick. We do have the injury video. This is crazy. Bryan Danielson injured at Rampage, and what happened was his foot gets stuck in between the ring, the gap in the ring. So you see Daniel Bryan here. He's grabbing it. He's kind of grabbing his other leg here. It looks like. Oh, he's in pain. It looks like. They can't free his leg, and he was limping afterwards and in a lot of pain. There's a little gap in the ring space here between the apron, which there really shouldn't be any gap here. This is so dangerous. There shouldn't be a gap. There should be a lip that goes on top of this and touches the ring, or this should just be so pressed up against the ring. But the ring does have a curvature here that you do always get kind of a little bit of a blip there, but not... I don't know. I've never seen that happen. So I feel like the ramp wasn't pressed up enough against the ring. But I don't know. Rampage may get more views this week. People tune in to see how that takes place on the TV, maybe. Rampage getting one of, I think its lowest rating ever of 340,000 views. Yikes! Last week. I mean, maybe it's planned out. I don't know. I don't know, bro. Crazy. Could be a twisted ankle or a knee. Yeah, it could be bad. But it's weird. I think WWE didn't do the best job with Sasha, but at the same time they did give Sasha tons of opportunities. They gave her spotlights, opportunities, they featured her. They clearly cared about Sasha as a mega star, but they never really let her run it or rule it or get into that flow and recreate what she really was in NXT. And you're right, this is a great point by Mark Smith in the chat. Sometimes when they were trying to do that, Sasha got injured. So Sasha has had bad luck. This is a great comment. Sasha has had a lot of bad luck with injuries, unfortunately. So there is no doubt about it that sometimes it wasn't their fault. They tried to do something with her, and she got injured. But then there was a lot of times where she was a champion, and then they took the belt right off of her, and it was like that. Well, she just won it, now she loses. And then there's the WrestleMania losing, and there's a lot of examples of sort of just constantly mismanaging. WWE mismanages her, WWE takes belts off her right away, and Sasha Banks gets injured every time something's rolling with her. So, crazy. Guys, I'm going to have some new donations coming up this week and tomorrow. One of them is going to have the Ryback rap in it and everything else. Support me on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Go to Patreon and become a $1 to $5 patron, and you get access to hundreds of my songs, hundreds and hundreds of my podcasts, and stuff you've never heard before. So much shit on my Patreon. It's almost fucking unbelievable. Become a patron today. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. You can download the Patreon app on your phone, tablet, your computer, whatever. And then you can download the sounds, the songs, and the things to your phone, to your tablet, to your computer, whatever. Or you can just play them. You get alerts every time I'm live on YouTube if you're a patron. So if you're missing alerts, you'll still get one on Patreon to double up. Make sure you know when I'm live and when I'm doing shit. And speaking of things on Patreon, I'm out of here. Thank you for listening. If you guys can, leave a like on the way out. Share this video everywhere you can. Tell people about my show. We'll be live tomorrow, live Friday night for Monetize This, and of course Saturday night for Beat the Clock. This week is going to be ridiculous, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon for another Anything Goes, potentially podcast tomorrow. Let's take us out.
You all have decided to take
Wait a minute.
your hard.
We're not done yet.
And to fund my show, to fund what I do, to fund what I believe in, to fund my godly ass JCS Army, donate to me.
Oh!
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me, Alex Oli. Thank you, sir.
Jimmy Smith, Raw lead commentator, says they legit didn't find out about the change till the viewers did. He says it's a full shoot. He says Vince doesn't like when he advertises main event can't deliver.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some truth to that. Wow. I mean, we pretty much all know about it because they told us about it. This is the first time they threw him under the bus. Otherwise, they normally don't throw Sasha or anybody under the bus. But they did this time. They said, well, fuck this, and threw you under the bus, you know? So that's what tells you how real this was, finally, you know? Again, wow, the Super Chats almost beat the regular donations tonight, 130 to 141. Damn, that was close. Alex Oli, thank you, man, for that last-minute $10 Super Chat party, baby. Thank you, Alex. Ayo. Thank you in the chat. Trey, what's up? Mr. Pico, thank you. And again, think about hitting that membership button down below and you get the badges and you get all the other cool shit. And we will do a members stream this week as well. So thank you, though, for doing what you guys can. And shout out to Todd Fair, who's taking home that JCS Digital Championship. It's the Ryback Rap.
Awesome. It's the Ryback Rap. Yeah, feed me more. Let's go. Turn my microphone up. Turn my headphones up. Turn my fucking headphones up. Where's a picture of me? Put a picture of me on the fucking screen right now. Come on, do it. I swear to God, you're gonna fucking rue the day that you talked about me, Joe Cronin. And I'm gonna seriously fucking crush your skull. Do you understand me? Yeah. What's that? It's the Ryback Rap. What's that? Who's that? Yo, it's the Ryback Rap. What's that? Yo, who's that? What's that? Yo, it's the Ryback Rap. What's that? Get out the way. You're probably gay. Ryback Rap. How about that? I push your head into the mat and it goes splat. You're not ready for this shell shock. And you got a tiny cock. It's the Ryback Rap. The Ryback Rap. I'm not talking crap. So how about that? I get the Ryback Rap. Ryback Rap. So stop talking shit, you're full of crap. Finish it. Finish this. Finish it. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. Yo, it's the Ryback Rap. You talking crap? Go to Amazon and buy my stash. The Ryback Rap. I'm gonna crush your skull in a pit of spikes. It's the Ryback Rap. Yeah, it's the Ryback Rap. It's the Ryback Rap. Hey Pat Buck, I'm gonna fuck you up. It's the Ryback Rap. Don't talk back. If you do, yeah, your head will go splat. It's the Ryback Rap. Finish it. Shell shock. Superman is what women call my dick. In the bedroom, it is large and in charge. Yeah, it's the Ryback Rap. Yeah, it's the Ryback Rap. I'm coming for that ass. Yeah, so join my fitness class. It's the Ryback Rap. It's the Ryback Rap. Finish it. Hey, Joe Cronin, I'm not even fucking done with you. I'm gonna fuck you up, Joe Cronin. I'm gonna snap your neck. Snap your freaking neck. Do you wanna buy my products? Do you wanna buy my all-natural supplements? Feedmemore.com. Yeah, we're talking about supplement stacks. We're talking about all of my products. Yeah, finish it. We're talking about my Shell Shock Extreme Back Burner. We're talking about all of these supplements like ISO Hungry Grass, Fedwell Protein Isolation, and Wake Up Energy Snaker Bottle. That's right, wake up with the big guy. Rap. It's the Ryback Rap. Come on. Finish it. Feed me more. You know, I think it's about time for a Ryback Roar. it's about time for a roar. Roar. Everybody get up. Finish it. Finish it. Roar. Please retire. Roar. You stupid liar. Roar. Why can't you retire? You stupid fool. Roar. I really hate you. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. The fans are telling you. Gurgle, gurgle. We're really through with you. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Stop tweeting that you're showing up. You're really fucking annoying. You're right back, please retire. You really are a liar. Your muscle products suck. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Big fat fucking fake. Gurgle, gurgle, roar. Right back, please retire. Stupid fucking liar. We hate your guts. Roar. And I hope you die. Shell shock. Shell shock. You die in a pit of spikes. Finish it. Spikes. Die in a pit of spikes. Pit of spikes. Roar. Right back, please die. Roar. Right back, please die. Roar. Right back, please die. Finish it. Right back, please retire. You really are a liar. We all hate your guts. We're sick of all your bullshit. Right back, hope you die. Right back, hate your guts. I hope you fucking die. Fuck around? You wanna fuck with me? Shell shock. In a pit of spikes. And it's on a line. That I hope you die. Pit of spikes. Roar. Fucking roar. Right back, please retire. Right back, please
Hope you had a good show tonight, Joe. Love and peace.
Hey, thank you. RM coming out of nowhere at the end of the show. Really mysterious. Thank you, man. We had a great show tonight, man. Thank you for dropping $2. Canadian. Dude, out of nowhere, the Canadian dollars come in. I really am going to end the show right now. But I want to say thank you, man, for that donation. Shout out to Canada. And hockey, baby. I got some hockey to watch right now, so I'm going at it. Thank you, Really Mysterious, for that last-minute little dono there. Ba-boom! Really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Our home and
mysterious.